We talking about flashing lights, baby. Flashing lights everywhere.
Niggas was saying shit about me. They didn't even fucking know me. This is my story. This is what I was doing when wasn't nobody looking.
Y'all don't know what goes on in practice or the locker room.
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Good job, guys. How we feeling?
Good, yeah.
Okay. Everybody awake, rejuvenated?
Back to back.
Already know. Got Lexi back here, okay.
Hey,
welcome.
You was ducking us. You was ducking us.
Happy New Year.
You was ducking us for a few days. We missed you at the New Year's celebration.
I've been in the gym.
That's right.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
You ready, Gil?
I ain't gonna lie. My money on Lex.
Oh,
Thank you.
to win the Gil's Arena shootout presented by Underdog Fantasy?
I'm not gonna lie. Remember I put the Lexi Brown highlights in the chat?
Yes.
I show up for
When did
my
you do that, yesterday?
I show up for my people, Lex. Just let me cook.
I don't think y'all know that how good of a shooter I was.
No, R.
Was
So
or
you
is?
thought that?
R. Lexi, R.
Oh my God!
That you are.
Yes, because
You guys are weak as shit. One, you supposed to be in the contest. You giving her the win.
Yeah, I'm giving her the win. I know I'm not gonna win.
You used to be good.
I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna win.
Y'all know what I mean.
not
I'm not gonna win.
Y'all know what I mean.
I've
Hey,
already.
Give me my respect.
Hey, chat. They don't want the. They don't want the smoke.
We got the smoke machine back.
I think Lexi gonna win. I used to be good.
I'm going through some personal shit. I'm just going. I got my money on Lex, but I'm betting I'm going with her. I see them highlights. I said, listen.
Oh my God, Lexi got you.
I see the skill set of her shooting. Hey, I was slipping.
You said you're going through personal things. Work-related issues? What we got?
Man, you know how it goes.
With an O or a U?
Nah, ain't no work-related
Okay.
issues.
Right.
Nah. Just personal shit, you know what I'm saying? Got to get through it.
We praying for you.
But I'm going with Lex.
He seen them jumping jacks. The little extra cardio I was doing while the little spinning around and talking. He can't handle it.
But can you do it on a treadmill like Lethal Shooter, Gil?
Yeah, just put me on there an hour. I give you 5 shots.
I think I would.
5, 10, I don't know.
Do we know what speed he was on doing?
It don't matter.
No, because
Moving backwards. I mean,
With the incline,
Was that
though.
impressive? That was impressive to y'all?
With the incline.
moving backwards. I
That
mean,
was
you're moving
impressive?
back outside.
What was
Yeah.
impressive about it?
Yeah.
What was impressive about it?
I mean, he did.
That is unrealistic.
on the-
He did make
Yeah,
like
'cause
5.
That it's.
He did make 5 in a row, moving a little backwards
Can you make a shot with a nigga in front of you?
on a double rim.
I don't give a fuck about all this dumbass shooting shit. Can you hoop?
You know, he was a shooter.
Yeah, I know he play.
He got
More smoke.
Man,
No,
shoot with a nigga in front of you.
I was
What's your triple threat? I know.
Lethal
I don't
Shooter.
give a
played
fuck.
college basketball.
Lethal
fuck
Shooter
about
pull
that
up to the
shit.
arena.
Oh, that
That video
BCG.
was
We got a challenge.
He has a
I
record.
don't give a fuck about that shit. He ain't got no fucking record.
Lethal Shooter pull up to the
He don't got no
arena.
fucking record.
We got a challenge for you.
He ain't got no fucking records,
Do you
nigga.
think that could translate to a game?
What?
Shooting on a treadmill? Is there any type of translating to a real game that could bring?
It's still cardio. It's cardio while you're moving. It's cardio and
I
shooting.
don't know what made him think of that.
He ain't
You
got
got
shit
a
else to
treadmill on
do.
the court and shoot.
Shout out Lethal Shooter.
I look at it. It's
They're
moving.
very creative.
You're moving back.
Creative.
So you're moving backwards.
I like the
shooting.
one he was doing with the motherfucking rims was moving like that. He had like 3 rims.
So
and
that's
he
a
was just
creative
trying
man
to shoot
over
that shot. Like, all right, I don't know what the fuck you do in your spare time, nigga, but
Outside double rim is hard.
it depends. Cause you couldn't handle the slam ball rim, but I handle it quite easily.
I mean,
A lot of them. Somebody
you didn't handle it.
take some time to adjust.
You didn't
know what I'm
handle
saying?
it the first 22 shots when you went 1 for 22. I mean,
And I figured it out.
Wait,
I
what's
got
a slam ball rim?
I got it.
We was on Vegas at the slam ball facility.
You know the regular rim, then they had
Oh, they
like
have,
all
like,
this
that padding on it?
Yeah, so when they dunk, yeah.
Makes it harder to shoot.
I've watched slam ball one time.
And the
Makes
rim
it
is
very difficult.
And the rim is wider.
It's not wider.
I don't know. We don't know.
Not wider.
But
Y'all was playing slam ball?
no, he was shooting slam ball while we was shooting videos.
He's saying he, like I was the only motherfucker in the gym.
No, you was the only one shooting in the gym.
And you was watching me, because you didn't want to shoot.
Yeah, you went 1 for 22.
Then he said, look, he
Hey,
seen
man,
the 1 for
listen.
22, he said, let's shoot.
Hey, man.
And then 8 in a row.
Hey,
10-1. Sit your ass down somewhere, Gilbert.
at the end of the
Thank
day,
you. You're welcome.
I'll see you on the 20th.
Now we're doing a shootout.
Yeah, I'll see you on the 20th.
But anywho, this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. That better be a Russ Tyler Ducks jersey.
Well, who?
The knuckle puck, Gil.
Mighty Ducks. Come on.
Oh.
Come on, bro. 1, 2, and 3.
Man,
A black man.
I'm like everybody else out here, man. I just put on shit that just looks cool.
It looked good. That's all that
I
matters.
don't know who the name, where it came from. I just put it on because it looked cool.
That's
man.
important. That's
You
important.
over here throwing out extra names.
You don't know nothing about Emilio Estevez?
You know, I feel like we don't have a
I didn't watch is that part 3?
1,
1, 2, and 3,
Is
homie.
that the black dude in part? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Shout
Little
out
Michael
Giddy.
Jackson.
Yeah, Lil Michael Jackson. You're right, you're Lil Michael Jackson. Wait, no.
That's Brandon Adams. He's in 1, 2, and 3, I believe. Jesse Hall, but Keenan was
Wait,
Russ
what young
Tyler
Michael
in 2.
Jackson? Because there was 2 different Michael
The
Jacksons.
one in Moonwalker.
Oh, yeah, that's not the good Michael Jackson.
What, you didn't think he was a good Michael
The other
Jackson?
Michael Jackson did better. Weaver? Yeah, his Michael Jackson was better.
This Michael Jackson was. Oh.
We got Lexi Brown back here with us, as previously mentioned.
She don't know what we talking about.
No
Sure
cannon.
don't. No cannon.
If we talk about old people shit and you just look at us sometimes, and I respect it, because I wish I was that young.
Is that new tap?
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit like it hurt.
Just the shading.
Okay.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Look at
Yeah.
you.
Shout
It
out
hurt
to
like a motherfucker.
Colleen.
That's what you're
in
gonna do.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do when you got a couple days.
And we got Rashad McCants back here with us. We got some Aaron McCants. What we doing? Some special edition workshop.
Oh yeah, the
Wow,
workshop.
not the workshop.
I went back
workshop
to my.
again.
Shout out to Miko. I went back to my
And
11s. You know what I'm
went back
saying?
to the 11s.
Went back to the 11s. I compared them to the 250 ones I just bought. I said, yeah, these motherfuckers the same. You motherfuckers tripping.
Aaron McCants.
Motherfuckers the same. I ain't tripping on y'all.
Here's what we got cracking in the arena today. Ja gave Wemby his first NBA baptism, but what has 12 shown us so far this season? Embiid is looking like he wants that second MVP, but will he play enough games this season to even be eligible? And the Dubs and Draymond have been giving each other space during his indefinite suspension, but what does this mean for his future with the Warriors? But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Download the app, use promo code GIL. They will match your first deposit up to $100. We tell you the same thing every day. Get down with us. We need more first-time depositors. Underdog said it's looking real shaky right now. If y'all don't download the app, we don't know if we can keep giving y'all your favorite show. So go ahead, make your next move your best move, and get down with the movement. And we do MostlyFans at the end of every single show. If you drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog Fantasy username, when we use that question on the show, we will give you a $50 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account. If you send us a video at mostlyfansguild@gmail.com, we use that video on the show, we will give you a $100 bonus. Keep your videos at 30 or 40 seconds, and if you're going to impersonate a former NBA player like a Charles Barkley, make sure the costume looks spiffy. I watched that whole video. I didn't realize he said he was going to have somebody pull up on me, but I walk around the house naked, so good luck. Good luck.
My dad was very happy that none of y'all knew the answer to his question.
Shout out Don Chaney, still alive, still thriving.
Great, they killed him. They didn't kill the whole man.
Not to be confused with John Chaney, rest in peace to the legend. All
Yeah,
black
I was
people
like,
look alike.
Don Chaney. I was like, you talking about the one that coaches?
Don,
yeah,
John,
I'm like,
LeBron.
no, that's not him.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And if you can't watch the live version of this show on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast from. And having said all that, let's get into it. So the Grambling State women's basketball team made history on Tuesday night. Just want y'all to
Dog.
The Tigers laid their vengeance upon the College of Biblical Studies, winning the game 159-18. The 141-point blowout is the biggest margin of victory in Division I women's basketball history. The Tigers also had an NCAA record, 92 bench points. Now, Lexi, you had some thoughts on the game. You posted the following tweet in the aftermath. The school name, why would you beat them like that? Because even Jesus can get this work.
What? Okay, well now I saw on the thing that they were 0-1. Was there like, do we have any more information about this game? I didn't really look into
Bishop
it.
Sycamore.
Like,
That's the first game of the season. And how long has girls college basketball been
they've
going
been
on?
playing for 2 months.
They just put this team together.
They was in Bible study.
CBS.
They don't even have a logo.
They
On
was-
Google.
God said you don't need a logo. You gotta.
Or skills.
So because they played against all the people who work at
Look at that.
CBS. Them people that work at CBS.
You gotta score 19 points first.
Dog.
Don't worship false idols.
How do you even play? Like, that's not even
They probably don't even have a
fun.
team. Like, that's...
I need more information on this. I'm going to research this.
18 points.
I need
You don't break dub. You don't break a dub. You got
They were trying to get them ties. They had to go get that bye game with Grambling.
I don't know that game.
Now
like-
Grambling is in the record books. No one's beating that record, so good for them.
Halftime, we out of here.
We're leaving.
You don't got 20 points by half.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
Game is over.
It's over.
So, question for all y'all: how would you feel if your team got smacked by 141 points?
That would be the last time I played basketball. Probably.
That could be like, this ain't the sport that, this ain't my sport. You know, let me go ahead and.
Sport for me.
You don't get beat that bad in rec
141
league, though.
Points?
That's a lot.
They're gonna be nuns. They're gonna be nuns.
Because we're thinking about.
That's almost how many points they scored.
And no shade to the Grambling women's basketball team. I'm sure they're amazing, but like you take that into consideration. Like we're not talking about like South Carolina or nobody. We're talking about Grambling State. They put up that many points. Like what were they like? We just walking into layups. There's only 40 minutes.
160 points.
Like, are you kidding
Bench
me?
92.
Bench 92.
They gotta go
I need
fuck with Satan.
I
They
need
lost
to see
5
video.
games. They're not undefeated. They lost 5.
Yeah, they 6-5.
Right, they're 6-5.
So they beat somebody.
Yeah, they 6-5. They horrible.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go see if anybody got video of that game.
Who had 40? Somebody got
No,
it.
I think the high score is somewhere in like the high 20s. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, I mean,
one of those type of
if
games.
the bench scored 90, that means that this score probably started off like 38-1.
Nothing.
It looked like it looked bad quick.
And I want to see how they got their 20 points too. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, they got to be that bad.
Free
So I know
throws
they
or
was
something.
mad as hell every time they
Throw them
scored.
motherfuckers-
Yeah, every
Full
time they
court.
try to beat them 100-0. They was like, damn, we let the motherfuckers go.
Whatever division.
Division? I don't give a fuck what division it is. Hey, shit.
Division 2. And why
Wait,
was
so
it,
is
do
that
you
the
know why it
Division
was
One
their
game?
first game?
I don't think
Of
it
the
probably
year?
counts for their record. What?
Probably like one of them like low budget.
College, you know.
Man, yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. Cause
They gotta go
that-
fuck
and
with a
came
lot
up
for that.
On my notifications.
They had
That's the way- that's how I
57
saw it.
turnovers.
Whoa. That's not possible. That's not even a possibility. That's not even a
I
possibility.
just know Grambling State had a full court press on them.
Get them.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Once I score, I mean, obviously they probably couldn't get the ball past half court. It's probably a full court.
Shooting threes after every.
I like shit like that. Right? I like shit like that because I know
Shoot
it's
it,
like
shoot it, shoot it.
sportsmanlike conduct. It's like, no, because the bench did 92.
Well, it wasn't us.
We couldn't sub in nobody else.
They could put out
You
there.
know, like, you know.
Just call the game.
Damn.
So, what's the worst L you took in any level of hooping?
Ooh.
You ever been on a team that got smacked like that? Gil, tell the truth.
No, I mean,
We have a
probably
video.
the biggest L
No,
was, NBA, 30 or 35.
Oh, that's not bad.
Minnesota?
Let me go. This is a lot.
That's not
Maybe.
bad.
Milwaukee, one of them. We lost by 35.
Never
This
got
had to be
smacked.
like 2004 though. It wasn't when I was like getting into my shit.
Never got smacked in a youth league, anything like that.
Not that bad. Nah.
Shit.
100
I
points.
told you, man.
100.
We beat a team by 100 in high school. I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Just
I
take
don't
me
like
out the game.
participating in games like
Yeah,
that.
it's like I said, Coach, take me out the game. This shit is embarrassing.
Especially if you lose, if you're on the losing part of it, I'm looking at everybody in the locker room like, I don't fuck with none of y'all no more, man. We just got smacked the fuck out the park. Like, leave me alone.
Dang, I can't remember getting beat. Well, we lost by 30 to Vegas last year, or this past year, but we had like 5 players out with like a sickness and injuries, so we were kinda just out there.
Don't really
We had,
count.
like some hardship players.
Did you get your points though?
No, I was one of the sick players, but I was
So that it don't count.
playing because I was
Oh,
like,
and you was playing.
yeah, but I was like, I was down bad, but I was like, I can't also sit out. I'm good enough to get up and play this game.
Get that flu game going.
But yeah, that was a rough. It was their ring night. Like we didn't have a chance. First home game ring night. We was like, let's just get through this and move on.
At the casino. All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. So before taking his talent to the NBA, Bulls head coach Billy Donovan won 2 chips at Florida. Recently, Donovan made an appearance on the OG show with Mike Miller and Udonis Haslem, 2 of his former players at Florida, and offered his thoughts on the current state of college basketball.
What are your thoughts on the NIL and what it looks like? I mean, I know you're not in it.
You guys, while you're in college, should be taken care of with the amount of money that gets generated through athletics. So I think we're all in agreement on that. Probably should have happened a long time ago. What happens if one of these guys does get drafted, whether it be in the NFL or the NBA, and they sign a 4-year deal, and they're not happy in the situation, not getting ready to play? They can't leave.
No doubt.
And I think that you've got to be able to work your way through some adversity and difficulty sometimes to find out a little bit more about yourself. And the way it's set up is there's no resiliency of going through anything that's difficult and tough in life, because it's like, you know what? I'm making $300,000 here, but I can pick up and go over here and make this, and I can go do that. And I don't know necessarily if that's the best thing.
He in the NBA?
He's in
with the Thunder.
Huh?
He was with the Thunder, wasn't he?
But now he's with the Bulls.
He's with the Bulls, and he's never heard of Kevin Durant, right? Kyrie, James Harden, right? They sign contracts. They don't like where they are, and they ask for a trade.
Zach LaVine currently,
he got
with
the
the
thing
footy
out. I don't want to be here. So he just said they can't move. Yes, they can. They've been doing it, and they've never been part of NIL. So,
but I think those guys are like, they're like what we would consider like superstars. I think he's probably maybe referring to non-superstar players.
Nah, because the contracts he talking about are the ones that he's talking about. The ones, the big contracts that you can move. But if you get stuck on that team, like he wants everybody to stick it out and not ask out.
Yeah.
But he's saying we already started that moment.
Like that was my thing with NIL from the beginning. I'm like, okay, you see these kids getting all this money. Now you're gonna start treating them like professionals, but they're not professionals. They're amateurs. They're kids. So that's where he's talking about these kids like they're adults. They're not adults. They might have not even went to the right school to begin with.
Yep.
So I think they should be able to leave when they want, because they're kids. This is their future that they're trying to build. Like,
and the coach that you're dealing with can be a toxic fucking coach. And as soon as you get to you, like, he wooed me on the phone.
Threw all this money at me.
Told my mama he's gonna take care of me, and it's the first day I get here, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on both sides, right? You know, as an individual, if you keep running, you're gonna always run. That's one thing, right? If you can't just really stick in there. But then, you know, as coaches, you gotta be on your P's and Q's now, because you can't lie to kids,
right?
Just to get the talent on there to build your team. Right? You can't do that anymore, because now these kids can leave and they do not get penalized like before. Like before, if I want to leave, I got to sit out a year.
Talk about
that. That doesn't work anymore. So now I can just leave and I can play.
Bring that back? Because for me, being a transfer kid, sitting out that year was very scary for me, but it actually ended up being very beneficial because I got to get my academics in order. I know you don't care about that, but I got my academics in order. I got to get used to the team and acclimate myself without being like a distraction or a nuisance trying to get mine immediately. And then once I was eligible again, like we weren't learning as we were going. Like we already had a year.
So you were cool with sitting out that whole year?
I mean, it wasn't cool, but like thinking back, like, yeah, I couldn't imagine just going from Maryland straight to Duke and hopping in on that team and having the career I had at Duke if I had just hopped in and became that player that I was there.
When I made the decision to stay at Carolina my freshman year, Matt Doherty put us through the ringer one practice, and I remember walking to the curtain and I was about to leave and transfer. And I looked up in the rafters and the banners up there, and I was like, I didn't come here for him. I came here for that. So the ultimate deciding factor was I'm not trying to sit out a year. I lose what I'm chasing, which is draft status and trying to be top 5. It's like that whole year, it puts it in your mind like, I'm not missing no year. So if you did bring it back, I think it would, dilute out the bullshit that he's talking about.
Yeah.
So, question for you though. Let's go back to that time, right? When you were ready to dip. If you didn't have to sit out that year, you could have.
I would have been gone.
You would have been out.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think these kids are gonna have to really sit down with themselves because there are a lot of kids like yes, you are the problem. You are in your third school in 4 years. You are the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna keep bouncing around schools and blaming everybody else. Like,
What's going on is, these teams or these schools are going after the parent, right? And obviously the parent really don't know shit about what's going on. They don't know the school, they don't know the division, they don't know the players that's on the team, they don't know the style, how fast they play. They don't know nothing. All they're saying is, hey, are you gonna pay my kid?
Oh shit.
Are you gonna pay my kid?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Are you gonna pay my kid? How much you gonna give me? How much you gonna give me?
That's the
How much you gonna give me?
conversation now?
And then
Yes.
they give you the money. Everybody think they're worth 200,000. You give them the money. Now that kid goes to the school. That kid don't know nothing about the school. You got a guard, I'm a guard, and there's 5 guards here.
Yep.
And then I'm not playing, now I want to transfer. You promised me that I was gonna, now that kid's gonna transfer. Now, do your research on the school. Make sure the school fits your child, the talent, the way they play. Do they have room? If you're a freshman coming in, the person that's in front of you, what year are they? If they're a sophomore and they're good luck, right? You're gonna be transferring. Right? If it's a senior and you're coming in, you have a chance to make that spot. If it's a junior and your freshman year, that's a senior, you probably get to learn a little bit. You'll have the team for yourself. And so there's more than just looking at a fucking name. Looking at a name and then saying, oh, this is where I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm in the Pac-13, whatever the fuck they want to call it now. Right?
Pac-2, Gil.
Yeah, the Pac-2 now.
The Pac-2.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Pac.
And that's the thing. It's like all these parents are chasing money and they're not really doing their...
You cooking right now because my dad told me the same shit when I chose Carolina. He didn't like Carolina.
Oh, he didn't?
He wanted me to go to Georgetown. John Thompson, he loved the whole Patrick Ewing, Lonzo AI shit. And he wanted me to be under a black coach. So he's like, have you done your research? You know the history of this school? He hated Michael Jordan too. So he's just like, reasonable. But I was chasing the greatness and I was just like, if I follow him, my path is gonna be easier. But it was kind of like my dad was like, let's not just jump at the first opportunity. And I had all of the schools recruiting me, so I jumped at Carolina when they gave me the offer, but they was like the last school to offer me. So it was like, son, the first school to offer me was Clemson, like my sophomore year. I was ready to take that shit right then and there. He's like, let's do it. He's like, no, you gonna get way more than this. And we ain't going to no goddamn Clemson. We ain't going to no goddamn Clemson. So I understand that to a real high degree. When my dad had that conversation with me, like, son, we need to do some research. And I was like, I know where I want to go. And it ended up panning out for the most part.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't remember 2007 after Billy Donovan won back-to-back championships. He took a job with the Magic, eventually reconsidered, went back to Florida. But I think NIL now in this transfer portal has created a system of checks and balances, right? Like you guys are saying, coach can promise you the world. You get on campus, they not fucking with you, whatever it may be. But coaches have been doing this shit since the beginning of time, right? They make a run in the tournament with a smaller school. Ooh, I got a bigger bag at a powerhouse national program. See y'all later. Like, we see it happen in football, we see it happen in basketball. So for y'all three, are the new transfer rules mixed with NIL good for college sports?
I mean, I'm all for putting the sit-out rule back.
Wow.
Man, you want the rule back?
But like what? I mean, and I'm speaking from just the women's perspective. So obviously, like Rashad said, like y'all's window is way smaller than ours. So like I understand from y'all's perspective why the sit-out rule is not good.
For sure,
But for us, like I've seen a bunch of girls leave, especially from covering the ACC last year. A lot of girls transferred, and they are not really doing as well as they were at their prior school because I don't think they're not as good as they were, but that transition happened so fast.
Yes.
Like you don't have time to get your groove because now you're a senior. This is your last year. You trying to get yours, but you don't know these girls.
You're the new person on the block.
You're the new one.
You're the new person.
Yeah,
You got to get
so-
acclimated.
Well, that's part of it.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, most of those
choice.
most of those girls that left took money. right? I'm going after the money.
A lot of them went
right?
to
I'm going after the money. Ooh, y'all won a
got
championship. Here I come. Good luck.
Are you talking about anybody in particular?
No, I don't know if she's playing. No,
Little Louisville?
No, I
Go down there to
don't know.
LSU?
Is she doing good? I don't know.
Nah, I don't think
Not
she
doing
is.
as good as
She thought she's not the star. Like she was.
got paid though, so
Hey,
you said, but
Direct deposited.
she would have went down as a Louisville great. I'm sure.
Yeah, and that would have
now
been
Jeff-
Top 3
and that would've been
coming
top-
out right
top
now,
three,
too.
top 5.
Yeah.
Jeff is like,
Yeah, but would
She just fucked that whole shit up.
Louisville be on the level of
crazy.
LSU, though? If you're trying to win a ring, if you've already done it over there, now I got a chance to go win another
that
chip.
goes back to the ring thing, right?
Yeah, you can sell that college ring for about $5,000.
No, what I'm saying is, if she would have stayed there, she'd have been top 5, right?
Yep.
Because how she plays and how that style. You know, she's like Caitlin Clark for
Yes,
them.
yes.
Right?
well, now she gonna go win over.
Now she's going to win a championship or get a chance
we
to win a
forget all about
championship. And is she going to be top 5?
No.
No,
Hell no.
and that's the thing.
Her stock goes down because what made the person great, you don't get to see it now. Right? So now you have to, from going 100, you got to dial down to 25%. 25% is not a lottery. That's just how that goes. It's great for the superstar on the team because she got better help.
Yep.
Great for Kim.
And the coach.
Yep.
I look at when we had that conversation about accolades and championships, right? It's like, I believe both can coexist, but it's a way that you approach and chase both. Like when we talk about Jordan Poole saying, I don't really have to worry about X, Y, Z. And it's like, for him, he's like, he won the championship, now he can chase the accolades. He can go do that. But for her, it's like, if you don't chase the accolades first, you're gonna get diluted trying to chase the championship. And now we don't remember how good you were because you've been lost in the sauce on the good team and you're not the star player. So I think a lot of people don't realize that part.
Right.
Like, you can chase both, but you gotta put one in front of the other and basically let everybody know who you are,
Yeah.
right? Who are you? This is the type of player you are. You can go to Louisville and lead them to XYZ. All right, now go chase the championship.
I mean, I think as long as you keep your team competitive,
Yes, you're good.
especially in college, like college championship, obviously that's an amazing achievement, but I think, and when we go back to that conversation, would I rather be the star player with the X amount of money or the bench player with championships? I think college, like this, it's like flipped.
Yeah.
Like,
Be the star, right?
I want to be a star in college.
You have to be. You're establishing yourself.
You want to be a star on every level.
I mean, I want to be a star everywhere. But if I had to pick championships or be a star in college, I want to be a star in college. And
For
if
sure.
I get a championship, cool.
And that's what my side was. It was like I knew I wasn't establishing myself, but I ended up winning while doing that. So when I got to the league, I didn't necessarily feel like I needed to prove myself over again, more than try to get on a team that had the capabilities of being a championship type team.
So we talked about stars in college. Now let's talk about a star in the NBA. Before Morant even made his return to the court, we predicted that he would become the first player to baptize #1 overall pick Victor Wembanyama. We said it here in this arena. Then other people followed suit.
With that move.
And on Tuesday,
Cross.
Ja made that prediction become a reality.
One field goal attempt. Again, sent it in. Crowd goes crazy, and why not?
12 is back, ladies and gentlemen. So Wemby had actually beat one of Ja's shots earlier in the game.
Thank you.
He got him back.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give him that love.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna give him that love.
Thank you, because everybody didn't want to point
Yeah.
that out. Like, you
Yeah.
got to get me back.
He had to get
out of
It
here.
was a get back.
When did the whole tapping the head thing start?
About 2.5 years ago.
Because
No, actually about 2019, right before COVID.
but why? Like, what is on his head? Is that what that?
You know,
For the young kids?
white kids seen people get dunked on. Since they didn't know how to do it, they had to be involved.
Tap the top of the head.
They got to be involved somehow.
We're tapping the top of the head, ladies and gentlemen. I'm old and washed. It is what it is, but also successful. So just trying to ask these questions, figure it out.
Did y'all see what Ja did, though? That's nasty. Like, I don't see too many guys that's going to be able to do that shit that he did.
That's his move.
That's
the move.
He does it
catches
like
everybody.
70 times a
But
game.
for the two-hand off, like, it's almost like he did it off vert,
Shit,
because
did
he
you see
hit
the
him and then
move?
he...
Even though Victor blocked him, did you see that move he did to get to the rim?
Listen. Now, everybody has a little bit of that move in their back, but he executed it perfectly. Perfect.
Yeah, that's his signature right there.
Woo, that motherfucker nasty.
So after the game, Ja wasn't impressed with the dunk, but had to give the people what they wanted.
I was a rim grazer. Feel like that's, you know, your first little high school dunk right there. You know, just put the ball over the rim, hang on the rim. My pops called that a hard layup. So, I mean, I'll take it though. That's, you know, what everybody wanted. So, my gift, late Christmas gift, Happy New Year gift.
He's funny.
A hard layup.
Hard layup.
Hard layup.
Real shit. Slap glass.
Hey, when you couldn't dunk back then, that was it.
Get it over the rim.
My first one was like, ah! Probably sounded just like that. Ah!
Cheering and everything.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I got it. I don't know if you remember the low rim at Cal State Dominguez Hills on the first court back in the day. Yeah. Well, had to punch on that thing. It was like 9-10, but it still counted. So, I mean, y'all already kind of gave y'all thoughts on Ja putting Wemby on the poster, but
Poor Wemby.
do we wish it was nastier? I mean, good enough? What are we giving it?
Because it's more to come.
Okay.
More to come. It's like, when you look at it, you say, the move was nasty enough. The dunk, you know, it could have been better, but I like the way it panned out. For sure.
Did Ja do this for America, Gil?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Remember I said, you know, all he has to do is
He said USA.
he gonna
USA.
Right, they
Did he do it for America?
USA.
I mean, Kai Jones got him, but that's not the NBA.
Summer League.
That's Summer League.
That's Kai got him in Summer League?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nasty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But you know, that's not the welcome to the NBA moment because that's not the NBA yet.
Yeah.
Right. So that don't count. I'm pretty sure KD got him.
I think he did too.
I think KD got him. But it's better when a guard does it. Right. So this is more impactful because it's a guard. Right. You know, you block his shot. Yeah, that's your job. But you know, you dunk on him.
So like
Y'all fucking up the narrative. All right, Ja first time baptized with damn.
It's because he got him on a move, then the dunk.
Okay,
It's the move. Like that's
It
what
was
makes
the
it. It's the
move. And then
move.
the
Like
dunk.
that's what he's gonna get your ass.
We rewriting history.
I really think that Wemby is a good shot blocker and that he just got caught off guard. He got caught. The move is so cold. He's still over here trying to get. He was almost there. He almost got it.
Wemby a big ass giraffe.
Time
though.
everybody get dunked and they almost
got it.
they almost got
Good
it.
enough.
Sometimes the almost is worse than the actual
Hey, no,
dunk.
that'd have been funny if he'd have pulled out the bazooka right there.
No.
The fucked up part is you can take a photo of the almost and
So
then people would think it's the real thing.
Or at least did something.
I would've
So speaking of Ja finished the game with 26 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Grizzlies are 5-3 since Ja's return, but one of those losses was coming in the game that Ja missed. So 12 is averaging 25 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds in the 7 games he's played this season. But the Grizzlies are still 5.5 games away from that 10th seed to make the play-in. So how would you grade Ja so far this season?
Right now, A+.
Yep.
Right? I mean, you know, he's the energy they're feeding. They're playing a lot better. And, you know, no matter if he's averaging 30 or 25, what was the impact of, you know, when he came back? I'm pretty sure after they went 2-3-0, I'm pretty sure them boys like, yeah, we're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, so right there, you know, because he has everybody else believing too, A+.
I think it's everything we've been building it up to be. And Gilbin is the biggest cheerleader, which is dope because everything is panning out, making him look like he know what the fuck he talking about and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, on both sides, I'm like, God damn it. God damn it,
It's the
Ja,
give and
relax.
take. Because Knicks fans, you know, had to smoke a Gil pack yesterday.
Yeah.
But today we're back right with the Ja stuff.
I like the fact that Ja is stepping up to all the critics. You know, he say I kept receipts. I kept receipts, and he playing at an MVP level. And like you said, impact on a team that was struggling the way they were. They didn't have an identity at all. The energy injected right away, nigga.
So you saying Ja playing at an MVP level so
Yes.
far in his return?
Because it's like,
you guys agree with that?
You add the impact, you add the numbers, and then you add the energy. It ain't Embiid type of MVP kind of conversation, but you got to bring him to the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I think
saying?
this is good for him, like, for the future. to show like his real impact on that team. Because remember, I don't know, was it 2 seasons ago when everyone was like, "Oh, they're better without Ja," whatever they were trying to push.
Yeah, they're trying to push.
No, obviously, the Memphis team is different now than it was then.
Right.
But I think for the future, you know, because obviously he can't win MVP this year, but you know, next year, the year after, people are seeing what he brings to that Memphis team, his energy, his dedication, him being ready to go. Right, fresh off the suspension, ready to go, game winner. Like, everyone's keeping note of that.
And the chat called me. I said 10 rebounds. He had 26, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. Players fuck up too. But
You said New York packed me out.
Knicks fans are not fans of Gil's Arena right now. They smoked a Gil pack.
I gave them a superstar name. Now that's why they the way they are. Because you give them superstars, they don't want them.
Apparently, they don't.
They want ramen noodles.
They didn't feel that Jalen Green was a superstar, Gil. They also said that you talked about their salary cap being top 4.
So
and it was
They
significantly
weren't
worse
happy
than
with
that.
they weren't happy with the superstar you chose. which
So
was
a
Jalen Green.
guy that has a 40-inch vertical, 46, 45-inch vertical, that's a highlight reel, that's going to be on ESPN, top 10 list on dunking on people. He looks attractive to women, which means they can sell billboards all through New York. Tickets to the game.
He's 21 years
21
old.
years old. That is like considered when you're talking about young Vince Carter, young Jordan, young Rose, you know, young Levine. That's who he is, right? Those guys don't come around often.
He just stuck in Houston,
right? And then while he's in New York, guess what? They would put him in the dunk contest.
Yep.
Now,
All right, I feel another pack coming.
you don't need to pack them. They're gonna pack themselves out. They're gonna keep packing themselves out year after year after year after year because they don't know what superstardom looks like. They don't know what the it looks like. Everyone says, what is it?
It's not a number.
So are you telling me that
Is it?
Melo and Amari wasn't it?
Melo was it.
Amari wasn't.
No, not when he was it over in
Phoenix.
In Phoenix, he came there hurt
Because he didn't have the phase. We were just talking about everything we're talking about.
He did great, and then Melo came. That was the superstar.
Well, he got hurt when he was in New York, and then Melo. Then
Melo came.
Right.
Then Melo was the superstar,
Right.
and then you had Jeremy Lin with him that brought in his whole element, right? So you had a 3-headed monster. It was just that one superstar didn't want this one.
Yeah.
And it kind of, from there, went a little downhill.
Well, add New York to another list of cities we can't pull up to with Gil's Arena presented by Underdog.
No,
they are mad.
New York, no.
They are mad.
No.
Wait,
No.
Wait, what?
They are mad.
I got work in New York,
The
man.
list for-
You gotta take him to Jersey.
I got listen.
Take him to Jersey.
Oh, here you
Take
go.
him to Jersey. You gotta take him
Lasted
over.
an hour.
Listen,
Take him through the tunnel.
they just happy. You gotta remember what's going on now is they're winning a little bit, so they're content with where they're at. That's all. It's not they don't like us. They're just
What is our
content.
current?
I think they're mad because we tape in LA and our city don't smell like piss. I think that's part of the issue.
Damn. Downtown.
Hold on.
Downtown.
People be peeing in the streets out there.
We got Skid Row, bro. Have you been down there?
Okay, I don't touch that side of LA.
I'd rather be with the rats than the things that's down there in the Skid Row.
Different.
I'd rather be.
I mean, we need to know probably our biggest audience is New York.
Yep. Well, shout out to New York. Having said that, okay.
Had to make
Shout out to Mero, shout out to Melo, and all my other fine New Yorkers. CP the franchise.
You gotta
But
make it refocus.
they were packing you up, girl. I just host. I don't really get that heat.
Shout out to Jalen. Yeah.
And it was brought to my attention, people pee in the streets of LA too, but we don't touch that part of the city. We're in the valley. Okay?
We're in the
We have our own problems, but they have moved those to right behind the freeway.
Yeah.
So
Van Nuys,
it's going down. It's going down.
They moved them people here. They busted them here.
I'm just saying, they here.
They here now.
There was one time, like right before COVID, I'm like, where are all these homeless coming from?
Bro, I said this. I was like, what is? I was like, how did Van
Ain't no
Nuys?
damn way y'all walking this much around here,
Van
man.
Nuys has never been like that.
I tried to call Willing Hills. What's going on? Where all these homeless? Y'all trying to bring the value down. Got it.
Yep.
Ooh, furious
Bring the
style.
value down.
But let's talk a little bit about Wemby. So Wemby did get dunked on, but he also gave us a legendary highlight during the game as well.
Trying to knock it away from Champagne.
The one-legged.
Is the worst here.
Come on, man.
That's just ridiculous.
2K bounce.
By
hit a one-legged three-pointer. May soon become his version of the sky hooks in terms of being an unstoppable shot.
I like this kid.
Yesterday, we talked about Embiid's comments on Wemby saying, does he want to be more like KD or more like Embiid? So far this season, Wemby is averaging 19 points, 10 rebounds, 3.1 blocks, which is tied for the most in the league. But let's get a little bit more into that. How should the Spurs best utilize Wemby now and in the future?
The best way to utilize him is they go in the locker room, right? And then put trash bags on. There's but 14 other players. You keep one. There's one that actually passes the ball. The other 13, tell them pack their shit, right? Whatever G League team y'all got, bring them up. Let them know, hey, that's Wemby. Pass him the ball, and we're good. The fact that he's averaging 19 with the team that's
not passing him the ball every time.
You know it's bad when the other team announcers say, woo, they're not passing big fella the ball. They are ball. It is bad. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I understand that, you're trying to get your stats so you can get your contract. But I can tell you from optics, there's no team that's going to pay you to do what you did to him.
Right.
Because we have stars here, right? So if that's what you're going to do to him, what you going to do over here? No. Get that out of here. And the fact that if you think you're going to stay on that team with him,
doing that,
he's here for 20 years.
Bro.
So if he don't like you today, you are gone.
Lay peace.
But then we talked about this a little bit about Vassell and Johnson acting like, hey, you just young nigga out here, you just got on the team. We got this. And now it looks like that. But I was expecting Pop to, remember we talked about it like, hey, Pop, you need to focus the offense around Wemby. 20, 10, and 3. In limited minutes and limited touches is crazy, because imagine what it would be if he was actually the focal point.
And it's not like the Spurs have any playoff aspirations anyway. They're playing for another lottery.
Wemby and Vessel.
Yeah.
You two, everybody else, fuck out.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you said trash bag. Can they at least get a nice piece of luggage?
Team issues.
The team issues, yeah, gym bag.
Because that's what it was. That's what we used. It was trash bag. Get the trash bag.
Was it at least heavy duty? No. Like the heavy duty long bag?
With the yellow.
Okay. Heavy duty is important.
Here, nigga.
That's crazy, right?
Maybe
Give a nigga a trash bag.
letting them weed themselves out.
You think so?
He's like, yeah, maybe that's what he's doing. It makes his decision making maybe a little bit easier. Maybe he's like, all right, this is what y'all want to do. I will let y'all do this and keep losing. And when y'all come to me asking for how much money I'm finna give y'all, I'm not giving y'all any money, because this is what y'all are doing to our future star. Like, they really just look. And it's not like they're not capable. These are easy passes that they are not making.
He got a 5'5" guy.
Just throw it up.
But Pop, but when have we ever known Pop to be so lenient with basketball? He used to cuss him out. He used to cuss him out, Tony out. He used to get him to work.
Because he got little kids.
In practice, but you're talking about, he's always had veteran teams. And then with those veteran teams, you have 1 or 2 young guys coming in, right? So it's already controlled itself. Right here, you have all babies. Right? There's no discipline. There's only so much he can do. But at the end of the day, you're only worth what someone's going to pay you. And right now, that franchise is Wemby, and he's not paying you nothing. Right? I don't know if anybody realized, but have you noticed what a great teammate looks like? His name is PJ Tucker, right? His best friend is who? James Harden. If James goes somewhere, as long as James has power and value, his teammate, the one who's loyal to him, the one who protects him, is going to always be with him. He's done made probably 20 some extra million than he would have had. That's who you need to be to Wemby. You need to be the guy that, hey, big fella, I'm getting.
Absolutely.
So when they're talking about, hey, we need this point guard. And he's going to be like, no, my guy. That's my guy right here.
For sure.
Yeah, this is my guy.
I just think Pop is just coaching out there like he the one got the diaper on.
I mean, he's almost 75 years old.
Yeah, so. You see how he's walking. He's walking back and forth. I'm like, boy, you all right? You right, bubbling. What you doing? Because you out here coaching like the kids with the diapers on, but you act like you can't say the shit that you need to say to them to get them in line. There ain't no way that we watch the game, we say, what the fuck? Are they not passing big fella the ball? And we getting mad like, yo, there's no way I'm watching this whole game. They went down 3 trips. Big fella did not touch the ball. They didn't even look at him.
And it's glaring because they're on TV so much.
And that's
so everybody's seeing.
And that's the bad part. It's they're not realizing that as long as he's down there and it looks like he can catch the ball, you give it to him. Cut off, do all that beat, but the fact that he's down there and you're not no matter if you score or not, it's just making you look selfish.
Yeah.
To the point where everyone's talking about it now. So this right here is the point of how the rest of the season go. Everyone's going to be paying attention to if y'all don't pass it, right? Now if you decide you're going to make it noticeable that we're going to just keep passing the ball, fucks your game up.
Yeah.
So technically you're fucked.
Yeah.
But is that just a maturity issue though with Wemby? Like at what point in the league, and I think I know Wemby, what point in the league did you start demanding the ball or feel comfortable doing that? And obviously you're in a different position, 2nd round pick, he's #1 overall pick, but.
Okay. Like when you was established enough to be like, yo, give me that bitch.
Like what point did you have to start cussing people out?
So my rookie year, remember, I didn't really play like that the first 40-something games.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So when I did come and I took off, remember I have Jason Richardson, Troy Murphy's my guy, so I at least got, in the starting lineup, I got 2 other guys with me.
Right.
So I remember I used to hear like Antoine Jameson, slow down, Rook. And I'm like, catch up. You got to told me, beat everybody up the court, you get to shoot.
Yep.
Yeah,
shoot first. Shoot first, yeah. Get my side first.
And then from there, pass it to the big man, because, they wasn't passing to the big man. Give it to the big man a little bit. Now I got
for green light.
Yeah. So, I never really said, give me the fucking ball, because I had the ball all the time.
Right.
Rebounding. They really didn't dribble like that. Antoine didn't dribble. Jason Richardson didn't dribble, so they got to give me the ball.
Yeah.
Right, so I didn't have to worry about that.
That's dope.
Okay.
I was the one they was usually talking about, man, this nigga don't pass the ball.
But you got the control. Right? It's a little bit different in Wemby's position because he got to be, unless he just says, fuck it, just start grabbing rebounds coast to coast, like.
But I look at it like what you asking is, does he take, like, because KG used to do that shit, like, bring that bitch down here in the huddle. Like, throw it to me. Y'all gonna cut through, I'm gonna pass it you, pass it him, you swing it.
Yeah.
He ain't old enough to know that that's how.
But I mean, they're still looking at him like a rookie, and it's almost like, well, shit, the Pop ain't gonna do nothing, and you ain't gonna say shit, then we're gonna keep riding out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Until you check me.
That's crazy.
In French.
That's in French.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's because he's a rookie, he's not, and it don't look like he has that personality, right, to sit there and demand the ball, right, to still play the right way.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, when you do see something, it has to be like a build-up, and then he might give one of those smacks, like, come on, and do one of them, but that's gonna take.
Because he's international, we've seen them play different styles of games where it's all about team. And you look at Joker, you look at Giannis. I can't say Embiid too much because he doesn't play that way. But between those two, I think Wemby fits in. Even with Luka, like it's all play the right way. I ain't out here trying to just do shit. I do what I can.
Yeah, he thought that it was just gonna come naturally, and it's kind of going the opposite.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be this bad, but I knew that the players on the Spurs were gonna be excited that they're on TV, they have all this attention, blah, 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 blah. But the fact that now they're so blatantly not having him included in the offense is becoming problematic. But they won 4 games. I'm like, it's not working. Give him the ball.
So we got a MostlyFans question from underdog user by the name of Last Beast. He said, can Victor Wembanyama be the greatest Spurs player ever? Obviously, it's way too early to look at that, but...
I was just having a beef on Twitter yesterday about Tim Duncan not being mentioned in the top conversation all time because of championships and accolades that everybody includes. Why is Tim Duncan not up there with Kobe and LeBron? And I think, it's going to be tough to pass Timmy. It's going to be tough. Because he didn't go to college. It's like the resume for Tim is deep.
As an individual, if he plays 16-some years, he can.
He can.
He can. I mean, because
Would you have to
he will have.
championships in those?
If that's what you use as a measuring stick for who's better as a player, if that's what you're using as a measuring stick on who's a better player,
is can he lead team to the championship?
I mean, you could have said that about Tim Duncan's first one, but he came into a championship team, right?
Well, we're talking about criteria.
But I'm saying he was the missing piece, and he was ready to go, ready to play. I think he was Rookie of the Year. Made the All-Star game. Pretty sure he was all fucking first team or one of those. He was one of those teams. So, he was good right away with a great team, which gave them the advantage. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say because the one thing he has over Tim is he gets to get the stats.
Yes.
He gets to get the stats Tim couldn't get because Tim always had a great team.
Oh, well, he played traditional. Tim was a traditional big that they went through him. So it wasn't like he was shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get to the free throw line because he was driving from the fucking three-point line. So Tim got all his traditional baskets in the post. So it's going to be different because Wemby's going to be able to score at different angles and different levels than Tim was.
So everybody, and if you're having audio issues right now, refresh the page and you should be good to go. I see all y'all bitching at me in the chat.
I think that he could be one of the. I mean, we're assuming that he stays in San Antonio. We got to keep that in mind too. If he ends up leaving, then that's out the window. But I think, like Rashad said, like Tim Duncan's body of work, like from college to the pros, the championships, his leadership, like that's just gonna be hard to top, like as the greatest ever. Just if you score a lot of baskets.
I don't.
Is he gonna be one of the best scorers in Spurs legacy?
That's what I'm saying. He gets
that's a whole different conversation.
But then that's when, because the rebound is going to be just like that. He's going to have more blocks.
Absolutely.
Right. So he's going to beat him in blocks. He'll probably get him in rebound. Probably going to get him in scoring. So he'll hold three categories over.
So the answer is
he plays there, if he plays healthy, at least 15 years, he's going to hold three categories over. The only thing that Tim is going to have is the championship.
It is. Yep.
Obviously, it's way too early to make those predictions. A lot of issues, a lot of games left to be played, but you got to give Duncan his love. I think to your point, it always confuses me when people don't give him the love that he deserves. He's 5-time champion, 3-time Finals MVP.
He was born. He was born.
Big Fun D.
The baggy jeans, the old Navy
people hate the simple shit. If you make it simple, they all like, but he didn't do this. It's like, bro, he did everything we expected him to do. It was just born.
Who do you take out of the top five?
To put Tim in? Mm-hmm. It depends on who's in the top five.
Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Magic, Shaq.
Magic's out.
Ooh.
Because we don't need Magic.
Oh.
We don't need Magic. You said Kobe, LeBron, Mike. Timmy, Shaq. We don't need Magic.
What do you mean we don't need?
We don't need him in the five. We don't need him in the top five.
Magic, if you're watching this.
We don't need him.
We don't need him in the top
But
five.
we got Bron there now?
No, wait.
Because Bron is Magic.
Wait, are you putting him? What I'm saying is, are you putting him by position?
No. I'm putting in there. When you talk about greatness, history, I feel Tim Duncan.
Resume is better than Magic's?
I feel like the skill set, the resume, and what he's done, I put Magic at 6. I don't like Magic in the top 5 just based on him being able to pass and show time. He set the standard for fast-paced, fast-break basketball. Like, he broke the mold. He did all the things he was going to do, but that doesn't mean that you deserve to be top 5 all-time or the number 1 all-time just because of some stats.
The 5 chip.
If LeBron didn't exist, would he still be in your top 5?
Yes.
What does LeBron got to do with Magic?
They said
He's
he
better.
plays similar.
Okay.
Better.
So it moves Magic out the way. If they do the same thing, but he's better, we don't need you there.
That's not how that works.
That's how it works for me.
Oh.
That's how it works for me.
Oh,
it don't gotta work for you like that.
I was gonna say,
it works like how it works for me.
I feel like every 10 years, a new there should be like a new top 5, like a more updated.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I take Magic out.
You're refreshing the top 5. But you have been a top 5 player 10 years ago. It doesn't take away the fact that you was a top 5 player in 2020, but maybe in 2030, you not considered top 5 no more.
It puts you all the way down to 15.
You've been top 5 before. 15 is crazy.
I know it's crazy, but it's just what I'm saying. Everybody's list is different. Everybody's list is not the same. So it's like when you start elevating new players into it, just like your music. Your music top 5 shouldn't still be Biggie, Pac, and Nas. It's like there's so many other.
Why not though?
Because everything evolves.
But if
That's fair.
But
Everything
your music taste doesn't evolve. Evolve.
A lot of niggas are mumbling nowadays. I don't know what they're saying.
I get it.
I know it.
A lot of old guys don't change. They like Dr. J. His 5 is all them niggas from the 60s. He's like, I didn't like none of these new niggas. I picked all my old niggas I watched. And he's like, you're not gonna change my motherfucking 5.
That's fine.
750.
You know what's funny is when people, I think Iverson said he had Kobe at 2, right? And Stephen A. challenged that. What makes Kobe special in player's mind, right? In a player's mind himself, right? It has we don't go by your stats. We don't go by the accolades. We go by how the person played, what was his attributes, right? So when you think about the greatest players of all time, 90, 80% of them have God gift of natural talent, ability, body, right? So Jordan, 48-inch vertical, right? You got the big hands, right? You got LeBron, right? You have Shaquille O'Neal, right? Then Magic, 6'9" point guard with vision. Kobe, standard. If I give you 6'6" and then took every 6'6" guard in the NBA and NBA history, you would never find him. You would see Jordan because there he is, right? You would never find Kobe because he didn't have big hands, right? He wasn't quick, he wasn't fast. 38-inch vertical, that's standard. Like if you don't have a 30-inch vertical, you're not even a shooting guard in today's game, right? And what he did with that body, it's like you took a S500 and he was pushing it like a Bugatti. That's what we look at. We look at the normal person fighting gods.
Yes.
I mean, almost every player, the first thing, what's something that you love about his work ethic, his mentality? Like, yeah, he's a scorer. He does all these championships. But, like, if you ask any player why they love Kobe so much, it's always work ethic, how he thought the game and his IQ. And, like, numbers come after. And I think that's what makes Kobe so special.
Elevation. Elevation. When Stephen A. did all that shit, I went on the page, I commented, because I know, like, the narrative is to kill Kobe off, but he's already gone. We can't keep trying to kill off the nigga that did everything for us. 10 years in one jersey, 10 years in another jersey. 15,000. Both jerseys. What he did for 20 years for our league, man, I'm not gonna say it's unmatched, but what, like you said, the skill set, the attributes, taking this S500 and showing up to the fucking game like it's a Bugatti, and everyone else is like, how do I turn my S500 to the Bugatti? And you witnessed him working on that motherfucker in the garage. You was like, oh, that's how you turn this motherfucker into a Bugatti. Wow. So when I hear Stephen A. going off on these rants about how Kobe Bryant is not this and not that, you didn't have that energy when he was here. Where was that energy when he was alive? And stop bringing this man who passed to extend your narrative. Why would Kobe be in the conversation for you to kill him off so LeBron can live higher than him? It don't make no fucking sense. Let the man rest. Let's keep him wherever everyone has him. If you got him 1, you got him 2, you got him 3. We don't need nobody trying to push him down, push him away so somebody else can be elevated. LeBron gonna be LeBron. Mike gonna be Mike. We've been comparing Kobe, Mike forever. Here comes LeBron. Okay, join the conversation, my nigga, but don't be trying to diminish my man's name. Like he wasn't that guy.
Man, it's no different than like Curry, right? He makes like I think sometimes when we talk about Kobe, they think like he had the body of Jordan. No. He had a regular body and he showed the world how to maximize it, right? Curry, right? Curry don't have the 40-inch vertical. He's maximizing his body, which makes the regular person say, oh, I can do that.
Boom. That part.
Allen Iverson, the reason Allen Iverson has him too is because Allen Iverson is looking at him from his standpoint. I don't have a 40-inch in vertical. I don't have this. I don't have that. That is my number 2 because we have the same attributes, right? We have to grind and get it how we get it. Yep. We do not have the superpower. And there's some players that come, that's what Jokic is right now. Mm-hmm. That's what Luka is right now. They're making it look doable for everyone out there.
That's right.
Right? They don't have the freakish nature type of body, right? So you get to cheer for the guy.
Right.
And that's what it is. It's 1, 2, or 3, it don't even matter. It don't matter if you put him 1, 2, or 3, 4. The fact that he's even here. Mm-hmm.
I say, he's not supposed to be here.
With when you think about Wilt, right? He has a body. He's right. That's who he is. He's freak of nature.
Yeah,
right?
Supposed to be.
Everybody that's a freak of nature. You're talking about Dr. J back then, right? These guys are freak of natures, right? So the fact that a regular dude with a regular body can get into that conversation, that's
crazy.
That's all we need.
Yep.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's all I kept saying. I was like, Kobe not supposed to be here. That's why everybody hating him. Came out of high school, it wasn't expecting him to be this, be that, then he became that. Then it was like, oh, this young guy, he's playing with Shaq.
Yeah. And you can't take nothing, that's the thing, you can't take anything from him because he wasn't that coming out of, getting drafted. He got traded on draft night. Like, all these things were piling against him. And despite all that, he still worked his ass off and became one of the greatest players. So people get mad that they can't throw narratives at him to diminish his accomplishments because he just worked his ass off. And that's why we all respect him so much.
And what Gil said about Vince was supposed to be because when you talk about freak of natures, the body, the hand, like Vince was him. Mm-hmm. Vince was the next Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. But Kobe took the standard way and made it into the luxury high-end way. Mm-hmm. And Vince didn't have that work ethic. And that's why I went from Vince being my favorite player up until 2000 to 2001. Ain't nobody fucking with Kobe Bryant. I see that. I see he just got this. Like I got this. He gonna eat your heart out.
He's like somebody like Vince would be mad at me, right? And don't realize what I'm saying.
That you give him credit.
Like I'm saying that, yeah, as a kid, we watched you. When my first game was against Toronto, right. My first game, I seen when he got mad, what it looked like, right? I seen the anger in his eyes and how he destroyed us. If he did that every night, if he had Kobe's if Kobe had Vince Carter's body, there would be no damn Jordan.
Oh my God.
Nobody be talking. I'm sorry. Because you're giving him the 46-inch vertical with the hang time and all. What do you think he would do with that car?
Fly? He's Thor. This nigga's coming like Thor.
You know what I mean? Like there's no Achilles. There's none of that. This man's body is like, but that's what made him special, right? You were regular who got into the conversation of GOATs.
Right.
And
I love it, but I just hate, like we say, I don't want to spend too much time on the Stephen A shit because I don't really feel like he feels that way. I think it's a narrative, a piece of paper that he got to follow to push Kobe out, and I'm not going to allow it.
Well, he has him at 3.
I get it. Mm-hmm. But he has him by 3 because everyone has him at 2, and he don't like 2. He don't like Kobe being at 2. He don't even like Kobe being the best Laker, which is even crazier to me.
What do you mean? Who's that?
He's saying Magic is the no. He said Kareem was the greatest Laker of all time. Yeah, them your boys. Them your boys.
Let LA vote.
Right.
The LA vote. Who's the one who got the 2 jerseys matched up? That says it all. The one who's they retired both jerseys. That's the person who's the.
Come on, man.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving.
40 years from now, they're gonna be like, is that cool? There's 2 Bryants up there. There's brothers? It's those twins? Nope, that's the same one person.
Let's keep it moving. We got a little bit of hibachi time for you. So we're going to talk a little bit about SGA. He's taking the Thunder to another level. Faced one of their biggest tests of season against the league's best team when the Celtics pulled up to OKC Tuesday night. Shea did not disappoint. Came through with 36 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists while shooting 64% from the field. Was giving everybody on the Celtics that work. They took turns getting those buckets.
Get the rebound. Shea. Beautiful shot.
We got to give these Thunder some love, man. They are looking real solid this season. Number 2 in the West right now.
Is they looking solid or is he looking solid?
He is the Thunder. The Thunder is him.
Man.
Thunder's had some great, they done had some great pieces over there, man, for that city. They done got some really
I know, some nice little gems.
They got some gems.
OKC has had a nice little run.
They have
of superstars.
Development and everything. They've been doing their thing.
And when you
think of OKC,
yeah, I mean, you got KD, you got Russ, James Harden, you got PG.
Ibaka.
No, stop.
Ibaka was good.
Stop.
He not solid?
Okay, let's try this again. They had KD. Let's try it again. KD.
Jeff Green.
You got KD, Russ, right? James Harden.
I forgot PG was there.
PG, right? And who did you throw? They had Melo, right?
Chris Paul.
And now they had Chris Paul.
Wow,
OKC's
had a nice. Shout out to OKC.
Man, they got. I mean, what I'm saying is they've had more superstars than New York City.
New York City? You say New York City?
New York.
I knew he was gonna.
No, I'm just asking. That's a question.
I thought you whispering because you don't want to get packed out. Don't be whispering. You got stand on business. Stand on business.
I mean,
now.
you're right.
Good question.
After you broke it down like
when
that.
you think about MVP, I don't know if New York had any.
Future MVP with the shot.
All MVPs come through OKC.
I mean,
so speaking of MVP, what does SGA need to do to be a legitimate threat in the MVP discussion this season?
To be, or he is.
Okay. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, right now he's probably...
Now it's Embiid and
him
in second place. Everyone's competing for second place right now, and right now it's Shea.
He's right now at second. Him or Luka.
That's what I was going.
Him and Luka's at second, and they're doing around the same numbers. And he's second in the West, so he can argue that he's the second best.
I got Luka number 1.
So
I got Luka number 1.
So let's get into it. Interesting question that was asked recently that I want to get your guys' thoughts on. Do we got the tweet? Okay, so basically I'll just read it. Somebody basically asked, is it crazy to think that Shea is a better basketball player than Luka Doncic right now? So Luka's definitely had the better career, but both SGA and Luka have been balling this season.
Who asked that question?
Luka
has always got to compare?
But Luka has the edge offensively. SGA is doing better defensively because that's what we do. It's barbershop talk. But so who is having the better season thus far between Shea and Luka?
But would it take Shea to play at this level to be compared to Luka? Because why has anybody ever compared the two in the past?
I feel like somebody somewhere has, but I'll read both their stats.
Somebody somewhere.
that's what we do. In this
I'm just saying, like,
This is too easy.
So Luka's averaging 33 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, shoot 48% from the field, 38% from 3, 79% from free throw line.
This is too easy.
Defensive rating of 114.5. Mavs are 19 and 15.
114, damn.
But
that rating doesn't matter because you got a small ball team, so everybody.
But Mavs are 19 and 15, 7th in the West. Shea's averaging 31 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, shooting 55% from the field. I think 33% from 3, 91% from the free throw line, 108.1 defensive rating. OKC 23-9, 2nd in the West. So at this moment right now,
this is why I say Luka, because Shea has all his pieces, right? With the team that they have, so the record is going to be better because they're acclimated as a team. Luka without Kai, with a 6'4" power forward. Man, I think that record changes if Kai is actually healthy and there the whole time. But the fact that Luka's still keeping them alive by himself.
Do you think Luka's numbers go down when Kyrie's back, though?
Yeah. Nope. I just think
they do go down.
I think it takes away from the other guys who've been helping out, like Tim Hardaway, all the little guys that's been making little shots. I think it goes to Kai, and they just got to mitigate around that.
I mean, okay. The reason it's impressive is Shea's what, about 6'5"?
I think bigger than that, yeah.
Right? So having 6 rebounds and 6 rebounds.
6'6", 6'11" wingspan, though.
Oh, so that's what. That changes everything too for him. But the fact that it's not like he's freakishly athletic, right? It's his arms that gives him a little advantage. But his team is young, right? If they were sitting in 9th place right now, no one would care. It's just, you know what I mean? They wasn't supposed to be where they are. That's him, right? That's him. There's nobody on that team that has any real. We don't even know who the leader is. Probably him, right? At what, 20 what? 2, 3?
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? So he's a 23-year-old veteran on the team. So it's a young team. So it's more impressive because there's no real veteran. There's no real, like, he's doing it. They're all doing it together. So
you take him off that team, they're not second place. They're not even close to second place.
No,
you take Luka off Dallas, what are they? You said 7th place?
7th place.
I think they're still in that 7 to 10 range with Kyrie and not Luka.
Yes, I agree.
So I would have to give
I
him.
don't know. You don't think I can leave it?
Right, but that's what's the difference. I don't know. I mean, Shade, like I'm because of his because of the team.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
If they both play, how about this? If you take Luka off and you take Shea off and had both teams play, who wins?
Fully healthy?
Huh?
Fully healthy
teams?
Yeah.
Both
Probably
fully healthy.
Dallas.
So Kai's up.
I mean, you take even if without Kai.
Without Kai.
And you got Tim Hardaway Jr. and you got them on there.
OKC kills them.
Without Kyrie.
With who?
Without Luka and Kyrie?
Who on OKC?
You got Chet, you got Giddy, you got Dort. Like they all better than whatever utility players Dallas.
Dort, role player, will shoot a couple threes.
But he
maybe.
can play. He's a player.
Who's better? Who's the second best player on the team? I mean, on the court at that time, Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway
So
Jr.
you put Tim Hardaway Jr. matched up with Giddy.
Giddy's trash.
No, he's not.
He is.
He's not. Giddy is fucking Austin Reeves.
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
I don't think he's trash, but he's not Austin Reeves.
Yes.
Hell no.
Austin ain't that. He ain't like
He's
that to
definitely
me.
not trash.
No.
Giddy do more.
Do what?
Giddy do more.
Shoot
pass
what?
and rebound.
That's it.
That's
That's
doing
more.
That's all what he needs. That's what he needs to do
AR
on
don't do that.
team.
Last year, Giddy was getting triple doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
They realized
because they didn't have Chet.
When they realized he couldn't shoot a gun, he can't dribble. He can't do he can't even do this. He can't even fake it. That's how bad he shoots.
What are you talking about?
He can't.
Yes, he can.
He's horrible.
Yes, I literally watched him all year last year because I bet on him all the
he's
time.
solid.
He is definitely.
Just can't shoot.
He's definitely solid as fuck.
This is what I hate that goes around is and I call it Pat Staten.
Pat Staten.
Pat Staten, right? You have a guy who averages 8, right? And then he get like 6 rebounds and 6 assists. And they're like, oh shit, he's good because he do all this. And then you put his 36 minutes together, then you got like this triple-double guy, right? I had a teammate who played the game like that, right? He wasn't a great scorer, but he'd go get rebounds and make these passes to make his whole stat line look attractive.
Was he doing it on purpose?
Yes, because that like he'll have an open. He'll have an open 3, right? He only shoot. Percentage was high. No, he just can't shoot the ball.
So but you're saying his rebound and his assists ain't got nothing to do with him just being a good basketball player.
What else does it? Why do I need a guy who can't shoot, he can't spread the floor, he's rebounding and passing when I have Shea. I already have a passer. I'd rather go get a real shooting guard.
Shay's not the passer if he's a scorer.
What I'm saying is I'd rather go get a regular shooting guard now since I don't need someone
But that shooting guard is not going to rebound, and that shooting guard is not going to pass.
I have Chet.
What does that mean?
I have a rebounder.
Well, you need another rebounder. You need another rebounder. That's why the league is diminishing, because there's one rebounder out there.
I'm saying he's a guard rebounder. He's irrelevant.
He's exactly what you need.
Like Tim
He's exactly what you need is a three-man that can rebound. It ain't about extending the floor all the time and trying to shoot threes.
He does need
and all
to
that
get his
shit.
shot together.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think he needs to
He's
get
a
to like.
slasher.
He needs to get to like 30.
Would I have two slabs?
He's a defender.
He needs to get up to like 35%.
Yes, because he's a shooter. He's a stretch shooter.
Now that man's traded after that. He's done.
You think?
I don't need him.
But you don't think his presence on the court spreads the floor and helps Shea?
Spread the floor. What? When they double, they're coming off of him.
And he knows where to pass the ball after the fucking double. It's boom, boom, hockey assist. If you don't got a guy that can recognize where to throw the ball out of a double team, then you fucked anyway.
So he's Draymond Green without the violence.
Yes.
You still without the violence?
Without the violence. Train him. Then I'll train him then. Because if he ain't bringing me no violence, that means that Draymond ain't bring me the violence, then I don't need you.
Ain't no skill set behind Draymond then, right?
I don't need no quietness, Rodman.
Ain't no, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm like, leave this nigga out the Hall of Fame if that's the case.
That.
Shit, I'm with that. Goddamn.
He said that. There's
I like Giddy. I like Shea, but I'm going
He was
with
great.
Donovan.
Look, he was good last year. This year,
It's the allegations, I think, fucked him up.
nah, it's just we know what he do. Oh, you're gonna pump fake and drive. Oh, you're gonna pay for a drive, and then you're wide open. You're gonna pass it. Everyone stay home when he drives. Finish.
But that's what you were saying about Derek White. Like, oh, he trash, he this, he that. He the best two-way player in the league.
Turned it up.
Yeah.
He turned it up.
Because he got new players on his team.
Or he just turned
I think
it up.
he got a little better.
He got a little better. Worked out the summer.
Ain't nothing changed in his game.
Can I ask you something? And this is my problem too, though. When you came into the league, you couldn't shoot, right? You couldn't shoot. You passed and rebound. Then a summer went by. You came into the season again, couldn't shoot, passed and rebound, right? So basically, if you're passing and rebounding, that means in the summer when teams are working out and players are working out, what you doing? Passing to the wall and just going in and rebounding? To rebound, you don't need to work on that. You just fucking just do it. Right? So what are you doing in the summer if you haven't got your jumper together? We have Scotty Barnes, who came into this NBA who couldn't shoot a lick. He couldn't shoot the ball at all, right? Right? Everybody's sitting, they did the Ben Simmons on this man. Look at him now. Look at him now. Threat, three-point threat. Like, so
His numbers are down this year.
We see people results. So we seen Scotty Barnes. Y'all both couldn't shoot the ball. Scotty Barnes is a three-point shooter now. So what are you doing?
Yeah. His numbers are, all his rebound.
He's sticking to his gun because the people in the organization haven't come to him and say, hey, we need you to be a better
But his
shooter.
rebounding
or
is
any of
down,
that.
his assists are down, his percentage
He's
is up, but he's
distracted.
taking less.
He's distracted. He's distracted. That's all.
By who? No one talking about. No
one is
You
talking
can't be
about that shit
distracted.
anymore.
This happened last year.
What happened last year?
This is the things that he's distracted for
It
this year.
happened last year, but it came to surface this year. The
And
fact
it really
that you're saying, like, it's a subjective opinion for you to say, I think he should add these things to his game, but he don't feel that way. He feels like I need to stick to what I'm good at. I'm good at rebounding, facilitating. This is what my team needs me to do. Now, if my team said, we need you to live in the gym in this corner and shoot. When you get it, you shoot. The Bruce Bowen shit, the fucking Rajah Bell shit, all the motherfuckers had to go do that shit because the team needed them to hit shots. If they ain't with the Gideon say that, he gonna stick to what he know. I know how to rebound, facilitate, pass that motherfucker.
Okay.
Now, if they do go to him and he don't get better, then I agree with you.
Okay, then-
And you ain't getting better because they asked you to shoot and you ain't shooting. Scotty Barnes is different.
Can I ask you something? We're gonna bring him back the same way next year, right? Because this is what he does. and this is what we want for him. What does that summer workout look like?
It depends on what you're asking him to
I'm
do.
asking him to do the same exact thing.
That he's doing now?
Yeah. What does that summer workout, 6 months in the summer, what does that look like then?
Okay. So you look at driving and kicking. So all his workouts is going to be roll and rise out of the pick and roll, catch, dribble, midi, shots, passing, cutting, relocating, all of those small things that have to do with team.
So he's a trainer?
No. He's a role player.
No, what I'm saying.
He's a role player.
No, what I'm saying in the summer, what he's doing right now, then basically he can work Shea out because he's the one that, hey, I'm gonna drive and pass it to you.
They probably worked out together and
so
do the
basically
same. We used to do, when we worked out, and we worked out for our team concepts and our sets, we all worked the same motions. Cut, roll and rise, drive and kick,
What is the downside
boom,
of
boom,
him
boom.
becoming a better shooter?
Huh?
There is no downside to it. Like, why can't he spend the whole summer becoming an elite shooter?
Because he don't want to become an elite shooter. Don't push the shit on him because that's what you want for him.
No, what I'm saying.
You're pushing the shit on him because y'all want that for him. Y'all want him to look a
Should he
certain
want it
way.
for himself, though?
He likes where he's at.
And that's what I'm saying. So what does that look like in the summer? Like he passes shooting. I mean, no, he's not shooting. Rebounding, doing this. So that means his whole summer workout is being a trainer.
No, it's actually playing pickup.
Doing what?
Playing pickup.
So
working on the game that he has right now.
So there's no working out. He's just playing the game.
Nah, because everybody is not good at just going out there and like, pass me the ball. That shit whack. After a while, I mastered that shit.
What?
Shit, all that shit was, they don't miss no shots doing all this shit. So let's hoop so I can do what I love to do. I like to facilitate. I can't facilitate in a workout. I need to hoop with other players. Now when I'm out there hooping, they like, yeah, we love this Giddy. This motherfucker be, he get that bitch on the board, he dribble down it. He is the guy we love to play pickup with because he plays this way in the game. He don't gotta come down and shoot threes and shit like that. That's fucking up the rest of it.
So he don't work out. Okay. So basically, if the season ends in April, June, July, so we'll see him touch a ball in August.
Nah, you won't see him do nothing but hoop. He's hooping.
Yeah, no, but that's when everybody decides to hoop in August.
I don't know what everybody else. That ain't gonna be his. So you putting him in the pool with everybody else. What everybody else do? Why? Why? That's why everybody play like they all play the same. Y'all all doing the same shit.
Yeah, everybody averages about 30.
Doing the same shit.
Averaging about 30.
Well, let's keep this moving. Speaking of averaging 30, Embiid missed the last 4 games with an ankle injury, but didn't miss a beat in his return Tuesday night against the Bulls.
That baseline.
He dropped his second triple-double of the season, giving the Bulls 31, 15, and 10, only 3 quarters.
Maxey leaves it.
He's also had 15 straight games with 30-plus points, joining Harden, Kobe, Kareem, and Wilt as the last 5 players to accomplish a feat. And he became the 4th player in NBA history with 14 straight games with 30-plus points
Away from Embiid.
and 10-plus rebounds. This is cooking.
Ooh,
nice shit.
Andre Drummond, guys.
There's only 4 niggas down there. Where's the 5th guy?
He don't need them.
Drummond got all them buckets. Shit.
So during the game, he also got spotted eating a Jolly Rancher. So we got that video as well. That's when you know you're putting in work, but you just got time to snack on some candy.
Man, they got the candy right behind the bench. Everybody be eating candy during the game.
So obviously, you know, Embiid having impressive offensive performances, generational scorer. But does Embiid need to win a title to be considered as one of the greatest big men to ever play the game?
With these numbers, I don't think so.
He don't like them loaded questions. I don't like them loaded questions either.
You gotta stop fizzling out in the playoffs, though. I don't know if he has to win a championship, but the biggest stigma on him now is you get to the playoffs and then he ain't got no more energy left.
Facts.
Quack, quack, quack. I'm going to my
He don't know. He don't know. He don't know. He has no idea.
I like, why does winning the championship have to do with your individual skill, man?
Because it's a list.
But in terms of legacy, Gil, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because these
we can say that now.
exist.
But like Lexi mentioned, the playoff burnouts.
Nah, he don't need it.
Just get past the second round.
don't need it.
Look,
Get
your
to the
legacy
Eastern
is
Conference
your
Finals.
legacy. If you get a championship while you're being dominant, then yes. But I don't like the idea that you can go your whole career, be a dominant force, not win a championship, right? And then when you're not dominant anymore, you find your way, you get a championship, and then that championship, when you wasn't shit, seals your whole legacy. No,
But
it's nonsense.
But what about a championship when you was the shit?
Yeah, if you won a championship and you was the shit when you won it, okay, yes, but it doesn't determine who you were as a player.
So you're saying keep
that ring doesn't tell the truth about were you doubled, were you triple teamed, did they scheme for you? Like, who were you when you walked in the arena with the motherfucker arena shake? Where, like, did you sell out arenas? That ring does not tell you that to tell you your impact on this game. Oh, Allen Iverson has a ring or none. Does not tell you how he changed the NBA culture. No NBA ring will say that.
But does AI taking that Sixers team to the finals?
That's
my point.
Team.
They're not even having to win it, but to get to that level.
Yes.
Okay.
It showed you what a little dude do with some trash back there. Some trash.
I don't think the conversation with Allen Iverson has ever been, but he ain't won a championship.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever been that for him.
He shifted things. He shifted the culture of the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, but as far as his legacy, it's never been he had to chase a champ. He did what he did, and we never even thought about the fact that he needed to win.
You know why?
Because his team was so bad.
Because no one throws in winning and rings and attributes of success if they don't have you in the top 5. See, once you start once you're touching top 5 players of all time, that's when they dissect your game.
Yeah.
If they don't consider you a top 5 player, they don't care about your resume. Right? Your resume doesn't matter to them at that point. When you know what I mean? So when you start saying, all right, top 5, listen, they start saying, wait, well, hold on. What you mean him 5? Oh, no.
He ain't win no
and then boom, they're going to start
Karl
doing
Malone,
that.
all of the certain guys didn't.
But see, those guys are not in the top 5 to even be worried about any of that.
All right, you're right.
And that's why I don't like the conversation of the GOAT debate, because when you debate something and you talk about something, you have to start it for when the GOAT debate started, right? You can't use what we know now. You have to say, all right, if MJ is the GOAT, okay. If he's the GOAT, when did he become the GOAT? The people behind him, who he jumped in front of, what was the metrics then, right? So if Jordan was the GOAT in 89 and 90, okay, here he has the crown, the man with the crown. What was his numbers that day? That's the GOAT debate and starts the day the guy who has it got it, right? At that point in time, he didn't have a ring. The people that he got the crown in front of, Magic had 5 with 3 finals MVPs, and Bird had 5, and Wilt had his numbers, and Kareem had the scoring title. They gave it to the guy right here. So that's when it actually starts. So if the points was 18,000, 3 scoring titles, that's the bottom line of the GOAT debate. That guy ended up getting 6 rings and 6 finals MVPs and got all of that, but that's not when it was crowned. So you can't use the 6 rings to say this is when you get into the debate with them.
I don't know. I don't know. Because I know what you're talking about as far as winning. I feel like that conversation only started inside of the league. It wasn't everyone on the outside saying that. That was the insider saying, we never seen anything like this. I think after his 6th championship is when we all said, ain't nobody touching this nigga right here. And then the push off, the last shot, all of that shit, magical moments, I think that's when we crowned Michael Jordan as untouchable. Then he came back, and then we was like, what is Mike doing? And then other people started coming to the league and trying to be comparable, but I think 96 was, we crowned him.
No, the world crowned him in 88. The world. Shoe company, the logo was at 88.
Nah.
He got his logo in 88.
No, but that didn't say GOAT. That didn't say greatest of all time.
No, 89 article, the greatest player to walk this planet.
That's our article. That ain't how everyone feels. Because I know a lot of them, that ain't the world. That's a blogger. That's a fucking journalist. That's an opinion. That's a fucking opinion.
Blogs didn't exist yet.
Yeah, it did. What you call a column?
A column in the newspaper.
Yeah, what's that written by?
But you still have
Who's
to
that
have
written by? A columnist?
A journalist.
What they call now?
A journalist.
What they call now?
Squares?
Bloggers.
Okay.
No,
Bloggers.
anybody can
It's a
blog.
different name.
You had to have
I'm just
some
saying,
type of,
what I'm saying
you
is
had to have some type of formal background.
I'm just
to write for
saying,
the newspaper.
if that was all newspaper and shit then, everybody not getting the extra read all about it. This the 96?
If the internet
It's out there. Michael Jordan go to Barcelona and all that, France and all that shit. You got to be there to see him. Now the internet's here. You push this button and see this Michael Jordan. Look at that. He's the greatest of all time. Space Jam.
I mean, that's the thing about
Space
it.
Jam.
He didn't have the internet, and he was still that.
Listen,
Space Jam
I want
2
to be like Mike. Mike, make McDonald's in them. That wasn't 88. That wasn't 88, 89. We talking about 90s when we was all like VHS, Michael Jordan Playground, Come Fly With Me.
No, that's when all that came out.
Quality cinema.
But 88, 89, that's when they gave it to him, and then Magic and them was like, he ain't even won a championship yet. Oh, we can work on that. Change the rules.
That's all
NBA.
internal. I think that's all players. The players gave them the respect to saying we never seen that, but I don't think
No, the Earth did. The Earth. The Earth. But what I'm saying is that was the metrics. When they pushed him in front of all of these greats, right? The 5 rings, the 6 rings, the 11 rings and all that, he didn't even have a championship. You know why? Because what he did, they seen it and said, wow, this is the greatest thing we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right? So if you can do that then and look at it and watch how it moves, talk, walk, that is the greatest thing I've ever seen, right? Then do not use these artificial things that weren't even created when the game originally started. Half of these things that we use wasn't in the beginning. Like, we're laughing about the in-season tournament. Ooh, they didn't even have Rookie of the Year,
right,
MVP of the Year when it first started. It came in 10, 20 years, finals MVP and all that shit. The three-point line, the three-point line shit Bird was at wasn't the same line that we're at, right? All of it has changed, and you know what I mean? So we're laughing at stuff today that they probably laughed at then that we're using as, oh, you're better than you. You're better than you. Like it's...
Yep. Agreed.
Right, you know what I mean? Like stuff should have stopped. Right? Like records should have stopped when they changed the rule. Right? Like we have a scoring title. We seen how it was gotten, right? What happens if they put a 4-point line or a 5-point line in? Right? And then say, oh, this is the greatest score of all time. No.
He shot a lot of 4-pointers.
You know what I mean? It's
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, so there has to be staples in the game
I
that...
think people need to be smart enough to realize that. How the game has evolved and these players have evolved, and stop trying to push out the greatness of the past. Some of them. But...
I poke at it. Like right now, right? Everyone talks about the hand check. They need to bring the hand check back because the hand check ain't gone nowhere. The hand check is not gone anywhere. The hand check is the still same hand check below the free throw line. You still have the hand check. If you don't believe me, who just had that baseline dunk? Jeff Green. There's a clip where Jeff Green just went to reverse, same leg, dunked this way. If you look at it, he has his hand on him. He even switched hands. Oh, I'm not strong enough on this hand, and then switch. He has his hand on him the whole time because the hand check is still there. There was a hand check in back in the 80s. It was 2 hands. This was the hand check that they were
We can still do that.
Yeah, and they took it off and made it one hand, and that kind of fucked everybody up. Like, oh, we can't touch nobody no more. Like, the funny part is, this is the funny part. There was Pippen talking about the handshake and how it messed up his game, and when he was slowing down, they didn't even change the handshake rule until he retired. They changed it in 04-05. He was out of the league then. It's goofy talk, right? This goofy talk the difference is the guys are not turning their back so I can hold you. They're facing you coming. That's the only thing that has changed. Like, so the narratives that be pushed is so wrong.
And people are playing so behind the three-point line, too. They're defending
it's not exactly that. It's more than it is. When they played back then, what they did was dribble the ball down to the baseline, below the free throw line, to do that. And even, CP and all the other point guards used to do the same type of thing. Bring it down the side, bring it down to the free throw line, big fella come over, right? At that point, we can do that.
I can do this, I can do this.
We can do both. We can do, and that's the two-hand shit.
Yeah.
But you couldn't just do this without having it on and off. That's the one thing we can't, above the line. So if you think about above the line, there's no way you can hand check because no one's turning their back
anymore.
I'm at you.
Gone.
There's no way you can do any of this until I'm on the side of you at least. And then it's a foul, right? Because we're good enough to know how to do that shit. But you just don't see enough side pick and roll today where we can actually say that's a hand check. It's all step up.
But then that's why people think it's gone and not realizing.
Still there.
Think about how the guards played then, right? You had the big man, so I have to come to the side. I got to turn my back so he can't steal it.
Yep.
Right? If I'm sitting right there, he's good. So I got to turn my back. You sit there, and now he can keep me on this side because now he can corral me, right? If you look at it, and then he turns and face, they always did this.
Yes, always.
Like they always backed up.
Made him
now
honest.
He's a threat.
Yeah,
right?
keep him honest.
The guards back then weren't threats for you to see that the hand check was useless.
And now even there's a lot more pitch and play, dribble handoffs. Because the 4 and the 5 players are more skilled than they were in the past. So that's another reason why you don't see that.
That's what I said. It's just goofy talking, right? Like I guess they think this is what it's supposed to look like. The guy's in front of me, right? And I got my hand on his hip. Why would you put your hand on the hip if the ball's right here? Just go for the ball. Right? I mean, so you just go for the ball. Like, if he's standing right here, I'm not going to do this if the ball's right here, so I'm going to play like this if he tries to cross over. The only way I can put my hand on him is if I'm on the side of him.
Right.
Yeah, so when people are driving, people are still
if you're on the side,
that's the foul.
And that's what happened. If you're on the side of him, you're fucking too late at this point.
Right.
And then while you have your hand on the hip, if you haven't noticed, pop.
And that's what we know, the little codes.
If you look how I played,
get that hand off of me.
I'm driving and smacking. They had their hand on me, I smack it away.
And that's the momentum that we gain, because I got momentum on you.
But they never played to understand that the handshake is still there. The players just smack it away. You can't call me for offensive.
And they be complaining about that.
You
smacking my hand. Like, nigga, get your hand off me.
And then once they're at the basket, then that's when everybody kind of jumps away. Because you don't want to waste a foul. You've been beat. So you don't want to get an and one now.
The reason, because I was a complainer of it too, and Rip Hamilton used to do it, Chauncey used to do it, Derek Fisher used to do it, some of the Bulls players used to do it. What they used to do is, the reason they stopped allowing you to do this is because what happens when we take off. Think about it. When we take off, first thing they want to do is push your hand, right?
First thing.
But which I'm running right through it because this is not strong enough to take that.
Stop me.
So, but they're holding me, and what ends up happening is, soon as I'm getting ready to take off, think about the momentum I'm going with. They
can push me.
Right into Shaq.
Always did it.
You know what I mean? I'm going right into Shaq. I'm going right into, back then they got Dale Davis. I'm running into walls with the speed. And it's like, yo, they're pushing me into that. I'm getting pushed into Ben Wallace and all these guys. And it's like, okay, hey, once the guy takes off from here, you can't touch him while he's in the air and do all that. Because you can't stop me. And they're just pushing us into people. Right? So there's like, all right, above the three-point line, you can't touch anymore. Because they'll ride you all the way and boom, charge. You're like, yo, I didn't even broke my neck.
But that was the only way to guard a nigga like you, was once he got by you, was like, God damn, I'm beat. Whoop, I'm gonna push his ass right now. I'm gonna just lead him right into it. But the thing about you that was so good is that you could be in the air out of control, but once you hit him,
push me back in.
And it puts you back in control, and you're like, and one. And that's the best part about his game is like you can't go up and crowd him at the top of the key. He going right by you, and if you try to push him, he know what to do because he's seen it before. He's like, oh, this motherfucker about to push me.
Like think about Ja Morant. When are you gonna hand check him? At what point? What part of his move? Right? Okay, he's facing you. He's coming. When you gonna actually put your hand out there? What you're gonna do is, if you're holding him, as soon as he try to and jump off two, you get the.
That's it.
Now that motherfucker gonna do a whole lot of airball and dunks.
Yep.
He started here. He finished here.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. We got to talk about the Warriors. So Draymond Green has now missed 10 games while serving his indefinite suspension for smacking Nurk. On Christmas Day, Woj reported that Draymond has been receiving counseling and participating in periodic virtual meetings with Team NBA and NBPA officials to chart his progress. And while Green can still practice with the team and be at the facility, Steve Kerr gave an interesting update to the Athletic's Anthony Slater.
He's not been in the facility, at least with us. You know, he may have been coming in on his own.
Are you in contact with him at all?
A little bit, yeah. We text, but you know, we've been giving him his space. He's been giving us ours.
I know what he's trying to deal with isn't necessarily on the court, but do you know, as far as the type of shape he's in, you know, is it going to be even once he comes back, it's going to take a while, or?
Yeah, not sure.
Okay.
Not sure. Yeah.
So, a grown-ass man. Like, what do they want him to hold his hand through this?
But how concerning is Kerr saying we've been giving him his space, he's been giving us ours?
That's called.
He's an adult.
Man, you know, he's suspended for detrimental to the team. Right? It's a detrimental to the team style suspension to the point where he's seeking help and has to get so. The team being involved with they're micromanaging him, that's not going to be necessary.
But I'm even saying that Draymond hasn't been in practices, hasn't been at the facility. You talked about contract detrimental. Ja Morant served a 25-game suspension. Ja Morant was practicing with the squad, active in the group chat. Guys got to still see him around while they were charting his progress, getting ready to get back on the court. It's not concerning you at all that Draymond has not been around?
No, because when Ja got suspended the first time, he wasn't around the team. He was at a facility. I think they said it was in
I think Florida.
Florida, but it was Memphis. It was Memphis. It was his house.
Right? I thought it was Miami. I thought it was.
That was 24, 36 hours. I think that was a very short amount of time that he actually.
Yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, it's just, you know, he's getting away from the game itself and trying to figure out who he is, what he is, and how he's going to be moving forward. So, you know, that's self.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sidebar, Lethal Shooter jumped into my comments.
I say
he ain't like what I was
he
saying.
He wants that work.
Ooh, he want that work.
Yeah.
I was just trolling the nigga, man. These niggas be emotional.
We didn't want to tell you, but Pat Bev was also in the chat earlier.
Yeah, y'all niggas emotional. See, that's why I can't do the workshop, man. I'm gonna have to hang this. I can't take too much of this shit, man. Y'all niggas is so fucking lame for me, man. We doing a show. We doing a show, man. We doing a show, man. This is entertainment for me, man. Niggas.
Stop offending the people.
I know, man. Look, Pat really feel bad. I just wanted to shake the man's hand, man. I just want to make sure he was cool. He ran out of here like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke, Lethal Shooter. You good. You good. I'm just trolling your ass, my nigga.
Good to know that we have the support of the community.
Lexi.
Y'all made him fold.
Hey, we good now. Hey, they got him on the pivot.
Wait,
so he got to pull up.
What did you say about
Lethal Shooter? We got a court. We got a court. We got Lethal Shooter versus the Dream Killer. I'm putting up $318 right now to the winner.
It don't matter. He's been
on Gil's.
He's been like.
I didn't know Lethal Shooter was gonna be the one to get him to.
Nah, cause y'all thought one of y'all was gonna do it, but y'all ain't fucking with me.
No.
Let's talk to y'all last 2 months. I ain't gonna let y'all do it, but I let them niggas. I'm like, I gotta see them in real life. Y'all co-workers, man. We come up here and work. I gotta see these niggas for real. So, it is what it is, man. I ain't worried. What's up, Joe? What we doing, man? What's next, man? What's next, man?
59 seconds did it. You don't know what that is?
No. What is
See,
it?
she don't even know what she did. 59 seconds of excellence. He came in here and said, I didn't let you go win. We
I did.
Excellent.
Hey, Lex.
Of excellent.
He not gonna give you the credit.
You think I'm excellent?
I'm gonna give you the credit. He not gonna. He don't give
appreciate
nobody no credit. I've been cooking this nigga for. This is season 2. I ain't got one. I agree with you yet. I ain't got one. I agree with you yet.
You guys have agreed with me.
I've agreed with him. I've agreed with him. He ain't never say, man. You was cooking.
All right, y'all niggas hug it out.
You was cooking today.
What I'm saying,
hug it out.
But now he with these niggas. He was with Pat when he came. He's like, yeah, Pat. Yeah, Pat. It's like, this is our shit.
I was high and drunk.
This is our shit, though.
I gotta blame that on the weed.
Like, how is this?
I have to stay off the weed.
This is our shit. And y'all niggas going against me. So here we go again. It's like, y'all can't wait for me to lose.
It was the weed.
You can't wait for me to lose. But you're gonna lose weight waiting for me to fall off.
Okay. A bar, if you will.
I already lost weight. No, but what I'm saying is I can't.
I have not.
I can't give her 59 seconds. It was impressive.
I liked it. I didn't watch her.
For second
I didn't
place.
watch her like that. So I went and I watched her. I didn't think giving her flowers was gonna be a big deal, but fuck it, I stopped giving flowers. Shit.
I'm not giving somebody I gotta compete with flowers.
Why not?
Let's get back to Draymond.
Give me what you think? You give me flowers on a shooting contest. What you think I'm gonna do with that?
I don't know. Shoot the same way.
Re-gift
It's not gonna affect how I shoot.
Exactly. Hey, listen. 10-1, the nigga ain't.
Well, we want to see that 10-1 when we get there.
Bro, we got to play again to get
January 20th, 2024 at the District.
He didn't even want to support his team. Like, I thought we was a team and we was teammates. It's like, Pat come in here, he's like, I ain't on this nigga team, I ain't. I sit next to Lex, I say, Lex, you can't fucking join. I can't, Rashad. I can't agree. Rashad, you're right.
No,
but I cannot. They're going to kill me if I join you.
Flying, everybody.
The chat is saying McLove.
They're going to, I can't.
The chat is saying McLove.
You're right, but I can't. I just can't.
But let's get back
it's
into
you against
Draymond.
us, nigga.
Let's get back into Draymond. So, Lexi, Draymond Green.
I hate this man, bro.
Y'all play too much. Draymond Green.
All he does is
All he does is play.
All he does is play.
That's
why everybody think I'm so serious?
Everybody think he dead ass. All he does
I'm
is
just a
play.
comedian. I'm a good guy, man.
Does is play, people. Do you see it?
Draymond Green, heart and soul of the Warriors, has been away from the team since early December or mid-December. Heart and soul of this team. You got young guys now thrust into position. You tell me it's not an issue that this man hasn't been seen at the facility, and the head coach is literally sitting here saying, because Warriors fans seem to be concerned about it. They think there may be some more underlying issues.
What Warrior fans?
I monitor social media all day. As you know, I'm heavy in these Twitter streets.
He said that to tell everyone to mind their business and let them figure it out.
I mean, he's giving us space. We're giving him his.
Yeah.
Space.
Okay, but
when
you can still be here.
Why? Okay, first of all, that's a new thing.
The Ben Simmons shit that we was talking about. Being a part of the team, the culture.
Like they're gonna come back and be like, who is you? No, I'm Draymond.
No. Like this is when history has to actually focus. This is something new that they just started, where you're suspended and you get to still be a part of something. That wasn't before. That hasn't been there for the last 2022, 2024 now.
Like not be a part of the team is what
you're saying? When you suspended. You wasn't allowed to work out. You wasn't allowed to do none of that. You had to be in the gym before the team worked out, right? Or after. You wasn't allowed to mingle or come on the plane and do none of that shit.
But now you are.
Now you're like, he's used to not being there. So you don't know when he's coming in. He might come in early in the morning. He might come in later at night. He's getting his work in. If they think he gonna come in that motherfucker looking fat, then that was the dumbest.
But the question should be: is he communicating with his other teammates rather than not just being a part of the team?
I'm pretty sure he talks to the people he talks to.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he talks to Looney. I'm pretty sure he talks to Curry and Clay.
That's fine.
That's the only.
But the point is, Gil, if he's doing all that shit, then Steve Kerr could have easily been like, yeah, he hasn't been practicing, but he's been in the facility in the morning. He's been here in the night working out.
How did you know that?
Because we have security cam footage, as we already know.
Real shit. There you go. Hey, Joe.
They have camera footage.
Hey, Joe. Why does everybody think they're obligated to even know that? As long as the
Or tell
team
nigga, mind your
knows.
business. Don't worry about what we doing over here.
As long as the
Or tell
team
nigga, mind your
knows.
business. Don't worry about what we doing over here.
Answer the question a little better.
What I'm saying is,
that's
if
true.
the coach knows everything Draymond doing, then what the fuck is you doing? Shouldn't you be worrying about these game plans and these other teams? Why are you worrying about a dude who has no impact on us for the next 2 weeks? Focus here. That would have been the problem for me. Like, focus here with the guys you have today. Don't worry about Draymond. Draymond's suspension will tick down when he's available. Then he can start practicing or whatever.
Right.
So, obviously, if the suspension is up, when?
You don't know when. It's indefinitely.
It's indefinite.
That's also
So we
another
had
hard.
10.
That's a hard thing.
Yeah,
too,
no,
'cause-
I thought it was. I thought it was a different metric. I thought it was like
No, they said indefinitely.
it was therapy. It was like therapy or something.
Yes, he has to do therapy and all that stuff. So most likely he has a time frame.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you it'll be about 4 or 5 games before he comes back, he's gonna start practicing.
Yeah. He got to get some type of momentum.
He's gonna start
Internally, they have some type of.
Yeah, they have
timeline.
time. Yes.
He just staying in shape.
They
at
have
this
to.
point.
They have.
Who
to.
unreleases this? The NBA? The NBA? So there's a community service number that they ain't told us.
So we don't know if Draymond's been at the Warriors facility during the indefinite suspension, but we do know that he pulled up to LeBron's birthday party.
Of course he did.
Gil, were you there?
His bestie boo.
LeBron did not fuck with you like that.
Oh yeah, no, we did.
He got the invite?
Yeah.
Are we?
You didn't
No,
go?
no, I don't party.
But it's LeBron's birthday.
I know. I gave him his happy birthday. Like every year.
So was it a party?
Him and
Was
Kenyon
it
had
a
the
party
same
party?
birthday. Yeah, it was same day as Kenyon's.
It was a turn up. I think we got the photo of Draymond at the party, but TMZ
Oh,
reported.
a themed party.
Theme.
How do we know that's Draymond? How do we know that's Draymond? That's just
dark man and
that could be Wesley Snipes. That could be Wesley Snipes. Yeah, y'all not gonna do that. Y'all just not gonna.
Do we have a better picture? Because you're right. How do we know if that's
Hey, I'm just. If this is the courtroom, how I know that's Draymond? Did y'all call Draymond? Is there a
What was
video?
the theme
Is
of
it
the
still
party? Do we have more photos from this party?
80s? That look like what? 80s theme?
70s.
Like 70s or 80s theme?
Oh, I can't wait to see everybody's costume. I love a themed party.
No, I mean, when I see Draymond at that club, he got his shirt halfway open with a bottle in his hand. That don't look like the same guy.
It's not a party.
That might be
inside the party.
Yeah, that might be his
outside the party.
security. We don't know.
But any issue with Draymond pulling up to LeBron's birthday party during his suspension?
No, that's part of his rehab mentality. I mean,
respect
you know,
it.
mentality. You know, you got to let
feel
it
like
loose.
he would've pulled
Jay-Z and Beyonce was there. I'm trying to get my mind right.
Yeah,
I got to
gotta
run.
get
I'm trying to acclimate myself to my new team.
No.
I don't know why y'all fucking around. Why y'all be dodging the real shit? He is fucking with the Lakers. And he been doing it for at least the last 3 years.
Then that means it ain't his new team.
He been showing us where he hinting at.
Then he wouldn't have signed back then. He would have just left.
Sign and trade.
Nah.
Might be onto something.
Sign and trade.
For 3 years.
Sign and D-Lo.
3 years. And then you signed your ascension this summer. You could have just went to the Lakers.
Nah, he want to sign. I need this money,
that
man.
money?
My baby mama on my ass. Give me this bread. She on my ass.
Nah, I don't. I mean,
He's married.
No, but he had a BM, don't he? And he had BM troubles?
I don't know.
Yeah, he got BM troubles. And he got a wife, though. It's a separate.
But Draymond's
That's
absence.
news to me.
Draymond's absence led to increased role for younger players like Kuminga and Trace Jackson Davis. But Rashad, to your point, is it starting to feel like this season is the last dance for the Warriors' big three?
Yes.
I mean, as much as we tried to,
Prolong it.
right, we want them to be together. And yeah, I see it. Right is on the wall. If he don't do the last shit that he did, I think that they can go the distance. But this last thing is like the last straw. Like, how much more do you take from him? Accountability is something. Steve Kerr don't got it. So I think it's either Steve go or he go or both of them go. Let's start over. Fuck it. 30, go to Charlotte.
Oh, don't do that.
Yuck.
Go to Charlotte, bro. Go back home.
He's gonna retire a Warrior.
I can't say nothing. They say I'm clutch. The Crypto King said
We do have sweatshirts.
I'm clutch. You have sweatshirt?
You do too, Gil.
I do.
Rich Paul blessed us when he came through.
You weren't here.
I don't know how. I don't know.
You're not here officially yet.
You wasn't here yet.
I don't know how I'm clutch when I didn't even have an agency when I played.
Come on now.
You're not on the payroll, Gil?
I wasn't part of an agency when I played. That's some research y'all need to do. Till today, I'm probably still the highest contract done without an agent to Lamar Jackson. Probably NBA contract. The highest paid contract without an agent. I can talk for myself.
Facts.
Let a naysayer know.
I can't help it if friends just got they just got in situations, but you know.
It is what it is.
Wait, do we supposed to have agents as like personalities?
Yes.
We have some of us have agents.
I can't find nobody
Shout out,
willing to
Gina.
represent
Yeah,
me. I've been looking. Don't nobody want to fuck with me.
I hear my agent, but
Did nobody want to fuck with me? They be like, who? Fuck out of here.
She said you got to go 9 for 10.
Yeah, man. I thought I was
Any
10
spot.
for 10. I thought I was ready to go.
I didn't even
man.
know that. That's okay.
Because we
Gil, I
get,
do
People be
appreciate that.
asking me, they be like, yeah, who represents you?
yeah, so you get booked and all that shit.
Yeah, so you can do like other stuff.
But you got
events
a pipeline of shit, bro.
Oh, I didn't.
But Gil, the problem is now they bother me. Like,
Hey, Steve, what's
can
up?
Gil
I
come
give
on
you
my show? Like, nigga, go ask him.
Hey, bro, I'll give you commission, man.
Can Gil do this? Can Gil do that? I don't know.
Put your boy on. We can make some money together,
I don't.
bro.
I just do a show with
You
Gil.
feel
I'm not his PR
I mean,
team.
yeah, no. If you don't have like connections and stuff. Like,
Oh, we want to see if Gil can come on the show. Great, go
then
see.
you gotta slide.
Go see it.
Go check out. Go see and let me know. I hope he can do it.
But yeah, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This feels like the last dance.
Yeah.
I mean, do we feel like we're gonna get to February 8th at what 3 p.m. Eastern,
I hope.
and Draymond Green is still gonna be a member of the Warriors?
It's gonna be some shaking up shit. If Dre go, Clay gotta go.
Ooh.
Because if you're gonna break it up, break it up.
Nah.
I don't think you need to break it up mid-season though.
If you gonna get rid of Dre, Clay gotta go. Clay at this point, he just fucking Kyle Korver. Hey, move around, my nigga. I ain't never been the biggest Klay Thompson fan outside of him being an excellent shooter. But the shit that's going on out there, him and Dre gotta go, man. Y'all, boy, 30 out there doing too much. It's nasty.
Yeah, now he looks
Well,
crazy.
he was content with what he was doing, shooting the ball.
Facts.
Now, when they don't give you that space to get that shot off, what you gonna do? Oh, you didn't work on your dribbling for the last 8, 9, 10 summers, so you know. You had 8,
They
you had
a
9, 10.
system that worked.
You had 9, 10 summers to
System
work.
ain't working no more because it's not.
Because a nigga got knocked out.
Yeah,
Nah.
the system is breaking.
The dude who got knocked out wasn't even part of that dynasty.
My nigga, they just won. They won with him playing well.
And he
next
played
year.
well,
He was
Gil.
playing well. They won the championship, 20 a game, knock him out, and they broke up the box. Stop, Gil.
He did, Gil.
Stop.
See, y'all doing what everybody else do. You didn't hear exactly what I said.
Explain yourself.
No,
He
he's
was
not
not
part of the dynasty.
What
But
is a
he was an
dynasty?
important piece of the
The
championships.
dynasty
But
chips. The dynasty chips. He was part of one.
He was part of a chip.
A chip.
But you can't have chips
I
without
said-
a chip.
I said he wasn't part of the dynasty.
he was part
But
of
what's
one
the
of
dynasty? Is it just the 3?
The
Yes.
3 champions.
So it's not the 4th.
No, that's
No.
just.
So I thought dynasty was just a culmination of wins.
Nah.
It's not a culmination of wins. It's just 3?
Two or more, right?
They got 4.
Yeah, but
they have 4.
Only, yeah, the
You
ones
have
that
1.
won the 4 are.
Nick Young got
you said,
one.
so you saying,
I'm a part of it, though.
So I said,
You have to-
You saying that Jordan Poole got to win 4.
No, I said he wasn't part of
He wasn't
this.
part of the
this
4.
group.
If
But
Jordan
when they-
Poole was at all 4, then yeah, you would throw him into the dynasty.
When they go to Hawaii, like the Showtime Lakers did, Jordan
Right.
Poole will be at that. He'll be at the luau.
No, when I'm saying when you talk about that, when I'm saying it's the dynasty,
Poole be at the luau.
but there's only what 4 of them that's considered part of the dynasty. It was
Dre,
Equa-
Clay, Iguodala, and Steph.
yeah, Steph and
Does Looney not get looked?
Looney. How many does
You
Looney
win all
have?
4? Oh,
He has all 4. Yeah, see, 3. You know, so he's part of a. You know, he's so it's. You know, he's just won and moved on. You know, same thing.
I
with,
get you.
know,
I get
okay.
you. I got you. I
That-
ain't gonna
but see-
argue. I ain't gonna argue.
No. That's how I get the media in with the wording.
Dynasty.
He's a dynasty, part of the dynasty. But no, he just won one. I got him. You should know this trick already.
Yeah, I merely host.
no, every time I see
merely
a clip,
host.
I'm like, oh, he got him again.
Got him again.
Got him again.
Motherfuckers, nah, this is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers.
Gil, the media's in the chat right now. They called you a naysayer.
At least I know motherfuckers is really watching the show now. This motherfucker hit
I
me in
see
real
you
time.
on
I'm like,
Twitter every
God
freaking
damn.
day.
What?
You.
Me?
Yes,
Oh.
with one of your hot takes. That really,
Probably.
really not that hot, but
It's not that hot. Warm,
as far
lukewarm,
as people were being upset.
mid. They be triggered.
y'all
You be
just
triggered,
listen
motherfucker.
to what he's
Yeah, you
saying.
had Knicks fans very frustrated yesterday. They scuffed their Timberlands. They were very hurt.
And then they're going to get Jalen Green, going to come in that building, have about 35, and they're going to be like, I think we need this.
He was right.
I think we need this type of energy.
Hey, Jalen Green.
Come see this.
Jalen Green, New York, baby.
I can see somebody put their head on the backboard a couple times a night.
When Houston play New York next at New York. That's what we want to see. I'm going to tune in to that one. I think Jalen listening.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving on to MostlyFans.
No sexy voice today.
I want that voice like dude and Boys to Men, they booted out. Because they was greedy with the checks. Our first question is a video from Underdog user. It get tragic in traffic.
What's up with Gil in the gang, man? New year, new opportunities, right? Who do y'all think gonna take over the NBA at the start of the new year?
Who do you think's gonna take over the NBA in 2024?
Shay, SGA, which is starting already.
Ja. Going with Ja. 100%.
I like both. Shay, Ja.
Didn't Shay just like leapfrog in the MVP voting?
Yeah, he leapfrogged. Halliburton. Ooh. Man, there's some good players right now, man.
I think Shea is just solid. He's consistently solid. I think that 30 is just what he found a groove to get points-wise. But the excitement that Ja brings, it's not the same. He makes it look easy compared. He makes it look easy.
No, I mean, but
They gotta win though.
that's what I said.
Yeah, Memphis got to win.
It's a freak of nature. That you know what I mean.
That's why it's so different. It's like, comparing the two, I'm like, I gotta take this dude.
Yeah.
I'm taking him.
Halliburton too.
I think Halliburton is more like what you were saying. Giddey was like we see you, we know what you do, but as he gets acclimated, it's gonna be difficult for him to keep doing what he's doing now. When everybody's like, all right, just double this nigga. Make him pass it to these other. Yeah, they was doing what the Clippers did it to him.
What are you doing that?
But that's the problem. The way he plays the game is you can't double him. You can't double him because he passes the ball.
No, you can.
That's the first thing he does.
But the first pass, you got to be able to be there on the first pass because that was when they took the ball out of his hands in that championship shit. The scheme was double him, rotate early, pre-rotate. He ain't gonna know who to pass it to, especially if it's a strong double team. It's got to be a strong double team. Can't be no loose shit. Everybody got to be on the court. But if you're not, he gonna tear your ass up because he know where to throw the ball.
Yeah, and people were talking about that double team, but yeah, it was the pre-rotation that messed them up.
Yep.
And it was hype.
And it was high. Who was guarding them? Who was guarding? Who's on the ball?
It's
traffic crazy. But every team don't got that, so he's gonna get off when you don't have guys that can do that. And I think with Darvin, he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna fuck him up tonight. He not gonna know we're gonna play big. Anthony Davis in the back, he ain't gonna be out to just go up here and lay that shit up. And it's different.
Like he's gonna have a 20-20-20 game.
Turnovers?
No.
No, rebound.
Rebounds.
Who? Halliburton?
He don't turn the ball over.
I was like, where did the other 20 coming from?
Rebounded?
Gonna go get some rebounds.
Nah, he not no
He might have to
rebounder like
powwow
that.
with his teammates and plan that.
You think it's possible? I mean, I think in this NBA with the pace,
He's gonna have to have a conversation with his teammates and be like, I'm trying to get 20 rebounds.
What it is gonna be one of those days where he end up having like 10 rebounds in like the first quarter. And then right then, like, just accidental, just boom, boom, boom. And then they're like, oh shit, I can go for it.
If you
like
get
once
tipped,
you see it.
tip a rebound, the person you tip it to gets the rebound, correct?
I mean, they played the Wizards.
He would have to be down there a lot. He would not only have to be down there a
You
lot.
have to make that conscious decision before the game starts that he's gonna try and do that, or like Gil said, he's gonna have to get like 8, 9,
and you already have it.
But everybody has to be boxed. Like everybody would have to be like, we got a box out. It'd be that type of team for him to do that. I don't think they got that. They ain't got enough motherfuckers in there boxing
There's a few
out.
teams in this league.
Gotta give it up. They give up 20.
Like in 3 quarters.
Like, it'd just be one of those. It'd be because the the 20 and the 12 assists, that is the easy part,
for
right?
sure.
So that's why I said it'd be one of those days where he's playing good and then he look up at the stat sheet and then he got like 8 or 9.
In the first quarter.
Even if he goes 8, 9 at the half, like now I'm gonna consciously make a decision.
Go get the board.
Go get the board.
Yeah.
Right? And it'd be one of those games where he got at halftime, he had a
20
triple double.
assists, I think, is the hardest.
It is, because they got to hit them shots.
But he had the back-to-back 2020 games to cap off the year.
It's crazy.
It's back-to-back.
How many?
And that system,
That's
that's a system.
4 turnovers between those 2 games? Maybe
Yeah,
less?
4.
Like, he had 0 in the first
43
one.
points, 43 rebounds in 2 games. I mean,
Like that's what I
43
said, like my
43 assists.
Like
in
my
2 games.
60, Devin Booker's 72, that's gonna be his 20 and 20 or 30 and 30.
30
That's gonna be-
assists is crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like what we would consider a 60-point, Kobe's 81 that day where he just got it. That's gonna be a 30-30 game or a 20-20.
I like to see the 30-30 instead of 20-20. I like that better.
That's gonna be one of those where you just
30-30
you're gonna be like, yo, what?
Hey, put him in the conversation for sure. 30-30. I
Only
like
2
that.
players ever had a 20-20-20 game, a Nipsey Hussle game as we call it in LA. Russ and Wilt each have one.
Russ had a 20-20-20?
Yeah.
Honor Nipsey Hussle.
Respect on Russ.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah,
Okay,
he did. I remember that.
Did he just go? What did he just do? Scoring.
At
25,000.
25,000.
Oh, top 25, excuse me. Yeah, in points.
Man,
Past Patrick Ewing.
my man Russ alone.
For sure.
We're going to talk about Russ tomorrow. But our next question is from underdog user King Milt 22.
King Milt.
What's up, girls? Arena.
Okay.
2-part question. Do the Thunder need to rock out this season with the core or make a move? Start, bench, cut, trade. Kobe, T-Mac, Vince, D-Wade. Let me know your answer.
Oh, yeah.
I rocks with you. Y'all keep up the good shit.
So first question, should OKC make a move this season or rock out with their core? First question, let's just go with that one first. Should OKC make a move this season or rock out with their core?
They need to make a mid-season?
At some you got
No, I'm not
February.
mid-season. No, I'm
No,
not.
Rocking out with that squad?
Yeah, for the rest of the season, I got to see what they do as a group, especially since they're 2.
You rocking out with that squad?
I mean, the way this man was just talking about my man Giddy, man, I just don't fucking like that shit, man.
Giggity.
He made me feel some type of fucking way. I'm like, man, do we need to get rid of this? Do we really need to?
It works. You got to see what it looks like in the playoffs. I mean, I'm assuming that they get to the playoffs, and then
You don't want that to be the downfall of the team is we lose because we didn't make the move. And we could have made the move, and the reason we lost is because we didn't have enough.
Depends on what move is available for them to make. I don't want them to just make a move just so they can.
Right, just
we
to
made
make
a move.
Yeah.
But
I think they do need to make a move. Even though I'll be okay with them keeping the core,
yeah.
I would like to see a move because they haven't made no move.
I mean, what did we say last time? That they need like a knockdown shooter on that team.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, if they were to make a move, they need to just go get a shooter.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Then we'll
Klay
go
Thompson.
question number 2. Start, bench, cut, trade.
Trade.
I thought he said trade at first. I was like, you just listed a lot of niggas that start, bench, or cut. But start, bench, cut, trade. Kobe, T-Mac, Vince, D-Wade.
What does trade mean?
So I'm gonna start
I don't
Kobe.
like that option.
Bench D-Wade. What was it?
Wait, what is
Kobe, T-Mac, Vince, D-Wade.
And what was the
Start,
other two?
cut, bench, trade.
Yeah, start, bench, cut, trade.
I'm a trade.
What does that even mean, though?
I'm a trade. I'm a trade.
Trade?
Damn, Mac, I gotta trade.
That's like the same as.
Man, he's on your team. You gotta
But
get
he's
rid of
third.
him.
Yeah, I gotta trade.
Right, that's like cut.
But
That's
the
like
problem with the
that's
cut or
like-
trade is I'm just gonna
it's like I'm
package both
cutting
of them
you to
up.
Another team instead of cutting you to the
Yeah, I'm gonna
crib.
package both of
trade,
y'all in the
trade. You
trade.
get something
You
back.
get something
cut,
back.
You just cut.
Trade, you get something
Yeah,
back.
but why would you cut when you can just trade them?
Addition.
But
Right.
then we.
I'm packaging both of y'all.
That's
I'm
a dumb.
gonna.
That's
I'm
a dumb.
gonna.
Don't add.
I'm just gonna
people
go with
don't
the
add
careers.
that to the start bench.
So one got hurt, so I'm gonna just start Kobe, bench D-Wade, trade T-Mac, and cut Vince.
Hell no.
I'm starting Kobe, benching T-Mac, trading. Who's the other two?
Vince and D-Wade.
Trading Vince and cutting D-Wade. I've never been a D-Wade fan. Just putting that out.
Why does everybody?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I just haven't been. He's just not someone I've watched him and like, look.
With those 4, I'm keeping Kobe. I'm benching Vince. I'm cutting D-Wade. And I'm trading for T-Mac. T-Mac got good trade value. I can get something good for him. I ain't getting rid of no Vince Carter when I got Vince coming off the bench with Kobe out there.
We talking
Kobe
about like
Vince.
prime T-Mac, correct?
Yeah. And prime.
Wait,
Vince.
are we
Prime
talking?
Vince.
Prime
Wait, hold on. I'm thinking about the critter. Got the back injury. I'm doing
How is you thinking about that?
I'm just thinking about I'm
You
thinking
gotta
about the
go
totality of it
prime.
all.
Prime, bro.
This is the
He didn't say prime.
best version of all these players.
Why would you go to the back injuries and shit, nigga? Why would you include that?
You looking at the worst version of all of them?
4-year-old, no. The best
Hell no.
at the best of them, the best version of themselves. I'm assuming.
Yes.
That's how I think about these questions.
That's how I picked it.
But my answer is the same.
Even though I love D-Wade to the point where it's like it's tough to cut him, but I got 3 taller, like more dimensional players to pick from. So I gotta send you bon voyage, brother.
Ta-ta.
Bon.
Wait,
T-Mac.
Who did you cut?
I cut T-Mac.
Oh.
Back injury.
Okay.
I made this, you know.
You are petty.
He is petty.
I'm just like, okay, the back injury. I'm thinking about like
injury?
you didn't tell me like the peak of whatever
Okay,
it
prime
was.
everybody.
I don't want to do that now. But I'll cut Vince. Because he would be the laziest out of all of them.
Damn. You know what? I'm gonna go use the bathroom on that.
No, I'm just saying.
That's fair. That's a fair.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, when I'm thinking about the game, like, I'm bringing him off the bench.
He's lazy.
Off the bench.
Did he go? Come on.
He just didn't have the killer mentality. He wasn't lazy.
No, okay, the killer mentality then.
Okay.
Right. So if he,
You gonna call that lazy?
if somebody would have told you Vince never averaged more than 27, 28, 29, what would you say? If I told you he stopped being...
With his talent?
If he stopped being an all-star by the age of 28, 29.
I wouldn't believe you.
You wouldn't? No.
But does it mean he's lazy?
When did he retire?
Vince?
Yeah.
He's 40.
2020.
Right before COVID. I was there.
41 years old.
Game in Atlanta.
2020.
The last game before they stopped the game.
But the last season he averaged over 20 points was 2009.
So 20 points, 2009. His last All-Star was 2006?
2007.
2007? How old was he?
He was somewhere in the range of 30 at that point.
So 29. Right? And so I'm like,
So you say you think he could have been better longer?
Fuck yeah.
But we just
He was windmilling at 43.
But we not talking about, we just talking prime though. We're talking prime Vince was the best in the league.
No, he was never the best ever. He never played like that. He never... I used to sit there and do that like, yo, these...
2000 Vince? Toronto 2000 Vince?
2001 he averaged 28, 6 and 4 assists.
How old was he?
24.
24. Now you see where my problem is. At 24, he's averaging 28.
He's the best player in the league, bro.
And then 25, 26,
he got traded.
27, 28.
He got traded.
Like 25 to 29 is when you're supposed to be apex.
But look, he got traded. It fucked up his whole psyche.
Come on, man.
That was a conversation I used to have with him. He was like, I really thought I was gonna spend my career in Toronto.
Yeah.
And it fucked with my head because
because of people weren't as receptive to players' feelings like they are now.
man.
Toronto fucked him up. I'm gonna be honest with you.
If I got to take anybody's skills out of any player ever, I'm saying I want Vince's. Give me Vince. All of stuff Vince has, give it to me.
To add to what you already have.
To add to my mentality, give me Vince. Right? I got all these people in history. Right? Michael Jordan. Right? Can't be Kobe, he's regular. Right? Michael Jordan. You're talking about Shaquille O'Neal. You're talking about, but maybe LeBron. Right? But off the rip, I'm saying I'll take Vince. Give me Vince.
Vince not
hands,
lazy.
arms, jumping ability. Like I'm.
Vince not lazy.
Maybe lazy is the wrong
Vince
word.
not lazy.
43.
Definitely
43.
Find a new adjective.
43 windmilling.
Lazy is
Lazy
a
is a
strong
very
word,
strong
yo.
word to tag
That's a
player
very strong word, bro.
You don't gotta say
It's a
lazy,
very
bro.
strong word, bro.
Destroys reputation.
Yeah, bro.
Lazy.
Hold on.
Vince gonna fuck you up now too.
That's like somebody saying that you're stupid.
Oh, no. It depends on who's saying you're stupid.
No, they're just saying you're stupid because of things that you've done.
Depends on.
Like, oh, Gilbert, he's like, nah. Gilbert not stupid. Gilbert's a genius.
I think lazy.
He made a bad decision.
and Uncoachable are 3 words that are so hard.
It
to
all
use with
depends.
players.
It all depends. If we say 6 figures, right? I want a 6-figure person, right? That goes from 100,000 to 999,000. You know what I mean? So there's levels of this. So if I'm saying he's lazy, it's compared to my work ethic. I don't know what his work ethic is. So to me,
so how could you say he's lazy?
To me,
if you don't know what his work ethic is, you can't say it.
I don't know what his work ethic is to you. It might be apex. To me, it's lazy compared to what I'm.
But you said you don't know his work ethic.
Like if I have a Bugatti and you say, yeah, I got this Ferrari, boom, 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 and I'm like, nigga, that's slow.
And you can
Right?
say,
But it's
and
to
you
my
can say
call.
that though because he works, he's played it, and that's why when non-former players and coaches and GMs tag players as lazy and this and that, you've never done any of this.
Yeah, he played till he's 43 years old.
Why do you
Yeah.
tag players like that?
And
I'm just saying.
And my argument would be this. Here's my argument. Everything he needed to be great, he didn't do. He used it to stay in the league longer.
Explain.
The three workouts a day, the film session, the summer, like not partying, the really focusing to be 28, you're 24 averaging 28, to take that leap like the Kobes and the Michael Jordans, right? You didn't do it. You became a NBA player, but you were just so gifted, like a Shaquille O'Neal. You're just gifted in everybody, right? You can just go into the summer not working out, not touching the ball, then come into training camp and still average 24 and 25, which you...
Booby Miles.
Yeah, fucking Booby Miles. When your career started to tween out, that's when you want to take it serious. So
because you got to survive and stay in the league.
Yeah, so you're doing whatever it takes to hang on. Now you're changing your diet, you're going to sleep early, you're doing all this. So you're doing it when you want to just play longer, and I didn't.
So you just questioning his work ethic more than it is just saying that he's lazy.
I'm mad at history, right? And I'm pretty sure there's players in the 60s and the 70s and 80s that looked at a guy and said, he should have been all world. And that was the guy for me, that I'm looking at, you know when you watch movies, right, and there's this demigod and that Hancock.
Yeah.
He's my Hancock.
Yep.
Not the one who turned into the drunk nigga on the bench.
Hey, yo.
With all the superpower. With all the superpower. Just boom, boom.
Yeah.
He can do whatever
oh, fuck.
And that's
You go be amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like my first introduction, like this is like when it's more than what everyone knows. Like it's that pet peeve of mine. He is the pet peeve of me because my first introduction into the NBA was Vince Carter, pull it back, dunk. Right? I even went into the locker room to get the autograph during what's the name. So it was the guy, like this is the guy, right? And then watching them day in and day out, and it's like, yo, do what you did last time. Do what you did last time. Do what you did last time.
I don't want to, man. Move around.
Like,
where my fucking whiskey at?
Like watching the game, like I don't know if anybody ever heard me say it, I was like, I questioned, was I an NBA player? Because of him. What he did to Jason Richardson, and you know, Jason Richardson to me he's like a demigod.
Right.
Right? He's still windmilling his head still at the rim today. So when I watched a demigod get out demigod, I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
It's a lot.
I'm not good enough in the NBA. Like that's when I went and I was depressed. Like I'm not good enough. He was the reason. So to see how it ends is like,
it's a disappointment.
Yes. Like, you made me retire and I wasn't even on the court. I mentally retired because of. It's like watching the dude and he doing all these windmills and he get out windmill. Like, wait, hold on. This is Meg too. This is the alpha of the jumping abilities.
It's almost like being in layup line and you see that one nigga doing all that crazy shit and then the game start and he on the bench.
Yeah.
You're like, what the? I thought that was gonna be the nigga who was gonna kill us. He ain't see a minute.
Like I just put it might be just me. I put him so high. I put him so high, like
it ain't just you. He was my favorite of all time.
He was the
and then
NBA
I seen Kobe Bryant. I was like, oh, that nigga got this shit right here. Come here, motherfucker. And Vince never had it.
He was the NBA player that scared. He scared me. And where's the? There was no G League then. There was no G League then. But I was like, tell him, hey man, where's all them players I played against in summer league? Because this ain't the NBA. This ain't the NBA I'm a part of. I want that summer league shit. Them motherfuckers.
I was busting their ass.
I was busting their ass. This is another NBA.
That's crazy.
This is one I watch on TV. I don't want this one. I want the other one. Where's the other one at?
Damn.
I'm not ready for this level. Dude, they moving too fast.
That's the way the talent was, though. Him and T-Mac, them niggas be like
me and Jay. No, so me and Jay Rich, we looking like, what was that? You see what he just did to us? to us. Then go down and goddamn Michael Finley. Like, goddamn. Michael Finley. Then we had Catino Mobley. Like, because it was me and Jason. I'm living through him in 40, 38, 40, 35, 40. And I'm like, we didn't even get to Tracy McGrady and Ray Allen or Kobe yet.
None of them.
Oh, man, I need to change positions. Vince is the one who started that. So you can see how that really hurt. The fact
I feel you. It's triggering.
Yeah, the fact that I can't say, hey, Vince is over Jordan. I can't even do that.
But don't call him lazy, though, Gil.
To my work ethic.
Okay.
Not to yours. It might be Apex. Right? If I've seen a Bugatti and I'm like, this car just is not fast. It's slow.
Is it still a luxury vehicle?
Sure. Okay. But it's slow. Compared to what I've seen.
But it may not just be as fast as your Bugatti, but still a luxury vehicle.
Yeah, because even you saying it's slow is crazy, because it's not slow. It's just you're fast. You're fast, bro. You got a super turbocharge in your shit. That's not normal. So I know you saying he's slow compared to you and all that shit, but it's like, the fact that you're saying it out loud is like.
If you made 25 out of 25, right? And then somebody shoots 20 out of 25. That motherfucker can't shoot.
No, Gil. No, it's just your way of thinking about that shit. Is like, nigga, what? 20 out of 25, he can't shoot compared to just because you didn't miss?
Yes.
No, that's not how that works. But that is how it works for you.
Yeah, I'm just.
That's how his
like if you ask Steph, hey man.
That's the thing about opinions. You gotta respect.
You gotta respect. I respect it.
How many people would you say have the Bugatti work ethic? Like what percent of NBA players?
Today.
Oh, I can't tell you because I don't.
When you played then?
Listen, when I went to the gym at 3 o'clock and I'm there 3 till 7. Kobe was there every time I went to the gym. The second person
was. What gym are you going to?
Like Staples.
Oh, are you talking about game?
Game day.
I was like, what?
Game day. When I'm going on game day.
All that? Y'all all there at the same time.
I'm getting to watch.
LA Fitness.
I was like, who's coming in?
On game days.
Seeing who's coming in. It was Kobe was first out of all those years, and Ray Allen will be coming in second.
And anybody else in that list that you saw consistently putting in the work?
Yeah, this year I'm gonna have to start going earlier.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I used to go early all the time. I'm not gonna lie. So
like that was my early, but early for them back then. Early for them back then was first bus. Veterans come second bus. Right, that was the thing.
No Ubers back then, right?
Yeah, there was. You had to take a cab. So So think about what I'm saying is, it's the best players came on the second bus.
Yeah.
Not the first bus. The rookies came on.
Early.
So we had to go
like
to
watching those superstars. Those superstars wasn't out there early.
Yeah.
They'd be out there mostly when the fans come.
And I learned that after my second year, going into my third year, I learned fuck the first bus. Get the taxi, go early. Be there before, do the work early.
Still have your time close to the game.
And then you can relax and all that shit. So I mean,
Were you having to call these taxis? Were you like have to call Yellow Cab?
Yeah, in a hotel.
That's wild. I mean, that's how we moved back in the
It
day.
depending on like what he said, like your work ethic and how you're used to preparing for the game. It's like if you know you're on the road and you want to go get them shots up and not be in the in the mix with everybody else, the ball's on the way and all that other shit. Let me get my work in while I'm by myself. Get there early.
Like that's like telling like if you ask LeBron, like, what do you think about everybody's work ethic? He might be like, this motherfucker's lazy. Because you're talking about a guy who comes in the gym at 12. He comes in at 1 o'clock, right? That's unheard of.
But wouldn't it seem like, for yourself, with Kobe or LeBron, if guys wanted to be in that same position as you guys, and okay, Gil's here at 3 or Kobe's here at 3, LeBron's here at 12, I'm gonna get my ass here at 11:30.
And that's
or just stay here all day from shoot around. We here for shoot around.
And that's the biggest argument. That's the biggest mystery in the sense of
You saw him doing it. Why didn't you?
of legacy, right? Like when people say it was my whole thing with the training thing with Hakeem. Michael Jordan was a player, right? Kobe was a player, right? Tim Duncan was a player. Why didn't what they were doing every single day entice this player to want to do what they did? Right? I'm watching the greatness right there. So unless you want to be great, then you will be paying attention to what it looks like. But for the most part, when we're there in real time, we're not looking with those lenses. We're not looking from the lenses of this is greatness, let me learn from it. We're looking at it from fans and teammates I'm just here to get along.
Competitor.
Yeah, I'm just
it's like shit. I ain't looking at him like he's doing greatness. I'm looking at him like he's my teammate working out. Mm-hmm. I'm working out like he working out. It's not until we see the greatness until down the line we like look back. We like. He was doing way more than me.
I should have asked.
He was doing way more than me. Yeah,
questions.
Yeah, we competition. We just competition while we in it. We like nigga, fuck Gilbert, man. He over there doing. I'm gonna do my thing over here. And nah, this nigga was doing some shit an hour before I was even in here when I came in. I missed that whole shit. So it's
just like I think like if I had to tell like players, whoever the best player is on the team, like. Pay attention to what makes them great, right? Don't just look at it as a teammate. That's the thing he does. Look at the mannerisms, how he's dealing, like walking, talking to all the guys with LeBron. Like you only have a few years to look at it.
Yeah.
Right? To understand what he's doing, how he carries himself, because there's a reason he's here for this long, right? Same thing with Curry, right? You the guards, you need to look at how he's preparing, how he's coming into the game. And, I think sometimes we just look at the final product and not look at the journey of what that person did.
Right.
And, like a boxer, like you should be, like if I'm going into boxing and I'm talking to Mayweather, I don't want to know what Mayweather's doing right now. Like that first year.
I want to know what you was doing when you got
that first
on.
year, the first 2 years, what were you doing? What was your workout? Because most likely it was harder than it would be in your 50th and 49th victory.
Yep.
Right? That first one that when you're trying to establish yourself, what were you doing then? And not sometimes that guys need to look at, like, don't look at the legacy now, look at how it was being built.
Yep.
Well, that's real. Well, on that note, I think that's a good place for us to stop today. Gave y'all another good 2.5 hours of your favorite basketball and culture podcast, Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Before we go, download the app, use promo code Gil, and Underdog Fantasy will give you a $100 deposit match to your Underdog Fantasy account.
Subscribe to the show.
And subscribe.
It's 2024,
Like
man.
and subscribe. Gil 2024.
They should bump it up to like 300, 350, something weird, 321.
Gil, you don't have an agent.
Something weird.
You don't have an agent. You get to make the calls. You got the direct line. You get on the back phone.
We taking management too. We taking management, applications, agency applications. I'm trying to build this bag up.
I got.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the agent
Workshop.
for you.
I don't know, still I'm pending. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for some work. I just got a text. So
I'm gonna get on the line, say I find me a co-host. If I can't, we're gonna have to shut it down, fellas.
Nah, you're gonna get it done, but we will be back on Thursday.
I mean, what's so funny? You looking for, hey, who y'all think his co-host should be? I already know who they're gonna say.
You already know.
Who should the co-host?
Don't even start
Who
it.
should the girl co-host
Don't
be?
even start,
She will be pretty good. She will be pretty good.
That'll be a good co-host.
Unification
Got all
bill.
the work.
All right, we will see y'all on Thursday.
Not a bad idea. I might hire that. Hey, I'll pay you. I'll pay you.